interview with me.
No shit. Hey, tech time with fake scrambling. No, anyway. No, I hijacked his channel. We're here on the after party. What's up?
We are.
He's off chasing rocks and banging hoes. Or
What is
Chicken
he doing?
Joe. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I should go start.
He's
that
geode
part.
hunting.
Hold on.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Okay.
I gotta start there.
Oh, the Telegram stream. Oh well. Well, the half of a person that might be watching us on Telegram will just have to wait a couple seconds.
Right. They'll just have to.
Sure, it'll be okay.
give
We're
us a
live on
minute.
YouTube. We are live on YouTube to the total zero audience we have right now.
That's right.
Hey, it's all good. We're
Really,
there for-
this has just become we all catch up and listen in if you want.
we all bullshit with each other and kill each other's alibis, and that's
exactly right.
pretty much what it's
Yeah.
about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. Hi, Telegram.
There's nobody there. Don't worry.
There's nobody there. It's okay. It's all fine. I kind of figured that was the case.
It's all good.
Well, since Scrambling's not in charge today, we've actually got the tip link and stuff up. So if somebody wants to
There you
send
go.
us some lightning because the world's kicking Brian in the balls, then that's an option.
Oh yeah, yeah it is.
So yeah,
Right.
tell us about what the
Yeah,
fuck
tell
is
us about
going on,
that.
dude. I've been hearing little bits and pieces. They fucked you over, like sort of like we all hoped they wouldn't, but we kind of wondered if it was going to happen.
Oh, I knew it was happening. Like I watched
I know.
myself get fucked in the ass dry for 3 days in a row. It was awesome. Like
You tried the
sounds fun.
denial thing really hard.
Not
and so
really.
you
we
would think that your anus would stretch enough to make it at least enjoyable, but just the friction. I don't know if they were throwing the drywall dust from the house.
It might have been the COVID. Are you sure it wasn't the monkeypox?
It might. I might
Let's
have the
get those out of the way
narcotic
right
dick
now.
bumps now.
I mean, let's just get those.
Yeah. So
Hi,
no.
YouTube bots. There you go.
So
Welcome.
when did we talk last? Last Wednesday.
Yeah, something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
So I think the appraiser came and said that they need to drywall, tape, mud, and paint the 2 rooms to qualify for the loan.
Oh yeah.
That the value was there, but the bank had a rule that all rooms had to have
Wall
drywall.
coverings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm selling it as is, so that's on the buyer.
Right.
And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get it done. And they had a week. The appraiser was going to come back yesterday or Monday. So they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Plenty of time.
To get 2 rooms drywalled, taped, mudded, and painted. So they sent a message and said, hey, they might drop some materials off late. I got this message on Thursday. Nobody showed up Thursday. Friday, all day, nobody showed up. Friday night, dude shows up at like 7:30 with a trailer from U-Haul and drops off some sheetrock and some other supplies. And I was like, oh, cool. They know what they're doing. They're going to do it themselves, or they're dropping stuff off for a crew. So dude takes like 45 minutes to back out of my fucking driveway with this trailer. It was the biggest fucking
my God.
disaster. I was like watching out the window going, holy fuck.
Fun to watch at least.
Oh, well, no, because it was dark. I mean, yeah, I
Oh.
knew I could picture it because it's my driveway. I've backed down it before. But all I had was headlights and trailer lights to watch. But yeah, I mean, if it had been light, it would have been TikTok fucking gold. Like he could have just pulled through the yard and went out the gate like I do, but he didn't know that. So whatever, he got it done. And so I go inside after that disaster and I look around and I'm like, well, that's about enough sheetrock to do half the job. So I don't know, maybe the trailer weight or something. I'm no drywall expert. I did a TikTok on it. I was like, I'm no drywall expert, but this doesn't look like enough to do this job. Like I've done the calculations to do the job. There's a reason why that's not done. I don't do fucking drywall. Like
I don't either.
I
agree
try
with
to
you.
do it. I'm really bad at it. And if I do it serviceable, it takes forever. And I
Yep,
just know
that's why I
my
don't do it.
limitations, so I just don't fucking do it. So I've avoided it. And then we were going to sell the house as is. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm not even going to pay to have it done. Somebody else can figure it out. Maybe they want to do it. So I'm like, dude's either got he's got a crew or something, or maybe he's dropping supplies off for somebody else. Whatever. So Saturday we got up and we had to go. We signed closing documents Friday night. We were going to go drop it in at UPS on Saturday morning and then go to lunch. So we were leaving at like 10:30 in the morning. We're leaving. Nobody's here. 10:30 in the morning on Saturday. Nobody shows up. We come back at like 2:30 in the afternoon. Nobody's here. I go in the house. Somebody had been there and they put up like 2 sheets, like a sheet and a half, really. And it was all fucked up, like weird, like one vertical, one horizontal, cut weird. And I'm like, I kind of looked at it.
Little strips, about twice as many seams as there should be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I leave. I go get out. It's still mid-afternoon. Dude comes back, goes inside for another couple hours, comes out, leaves. I go in. They put one more sheet up, retardedly, and like they're running 8-foot sheets on a 9-foot ceiling, so they got the 1-foot gap going across around the ring.
And they don't even like stagger them like they need to.
No, they weren't. No, it was like
they're all like this instead of like this, right?
Oh yeah, all in like
one to the
see
top,
one big
bottom,
weird
top,
fucking
one
wobble
fucking line. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or do it fucking horizontal and cut some half sheets and run them and seam
make too much sense. Yeah,
right.
Seam across at chest level, so you can fucking work at chest level.
Right.
You never let an
I don't do drywall, but I know that.
Right.
So anyway, so he's got like one more piece up, and this is like Saturday night. I lose my shit. I flip my shit. I do a TikTok, and I'm like,
you didn't flip your shit. You were just.
So I didn't want to spoil the. You should have heard me before I did.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. I had the vibe. I had the vibe.
Yeah. So I freaked out for like 45 minutes, and then I recorded that, and then I freaked out some more. So
no,
we're
I
like,
can tell
okay,
you were messaging me with the calm moments, and you were less than calm.
Right. So we sit there, and Corey and I are like, I'm like, this isn't good, and it's early. He leaves like 7 o'clock. I'm like,
right,
what the fuck's going on? And so I'm like, well, maybe he's got a crew showing up tomorrow. They're gonna knock out the drywall. Like somebody that knows what they were doing was busy. He was just getting a little start. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, they could, if they got it all done and somebody knew how to mud, they could paint on Monday, appraiser come on Tuesday. So I'm still thinking it could happen. Probably not, but it could. So Sunday at like 8:30, 2 cars roll in, the couple, the buyers, and 2 other dudes. One dude just fucking enormous. Like enormous. Like Corey's like, that guy ain't doing shit.
I was just saying, like Arnold Schwarzenegger enormous.
No.
Like Grimace from McDonald's enormous.
Grimace.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
So they all go in. They got a couple ladders, whatever. They're working. They're in and out. They leave for a while. They all left at one point, and so I went inside and I'm like, oh my fucking God, what is going on? And so I left. I hope they're coming back. It was at like 2. I'm like, I hope they're coming back. And so I go in the trailer. They come back for a while. They leave at like 7. And I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. So I go in there. They haven't finished one room yet. And the one room that they had been working on looked like a fucking jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, it looked like somebody was whacking off while playing Tetris, and that was their drywall experience.
And that was their solution.
And it wasn't even finished. And so I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And
they were trying to
I'm containing myself online because our business name is in the fucking front door of the house. And when
you should have seen him containing himself too. So. Yeah. Him containing himself was you could see the crazy in the eye.
Yeah, I'll bet. I mean, I would have had the crazy.
But like, so anyway, whatever. So I freak out on my realtor on Sunday night, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And what happens now? Because they're not finishing this. They're not finishing this. A. But B, I said, they won't be finishing this. They are not working anymore on my house. They've done too much bullshit to my house.
They're just going to make everything fucking worse. Like they're making it worse.
And so I'm like, they're either hiring somebody or I'm hiring somebody and they're paying for it, whatever. but this is done. So he
more of
contacted
this.
the realtor on Monday morning. They said, yup, we can't do it. That we're going to hire a contractor to finish it. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it by closing, which was supposed to be today, and this is on Monday. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You're not working on my house.
We're gonna hire a professional. Great.
We're gonna hire someone with a
Monday-
license and insurance.
Is this
Right.
before
Mon-
the mystery disease or after?
No. So
Okay, he's getting there. Right.
Monday afternoon, I go to work. Or I'm working. I get home. Corey and I were like, "Fuck this. We're going to fucking dinner." So we locked the door to the house, which is unusual. We usually left it open for showings, but their stuff was in there.
Right.
They had tools and stuff in there, and I didn't want to be held liable if somebody
You
fucking.
can bet their ass to come in too if their shit was
Sale
stolen.
signs are still out there, so people can stop by whenever the fuck they want. And
Yeah, no, you can bet
so-
somebody would come at you if that shit was stolen. They
so
would.
we're at dinner, and I get a text from my realtor like, the buyers are there. They're looking to. Oh no. Oh yeah, I gotta tell about the Kufis there before this.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so they're there and they want to get to work. I'm like, well, I'm at dinner,
So you're gonna have to wait.
so I'll be home at like 6. So yeah, the Kufis. So Tuesday
Don't
morning,
forget that.
when I
Oh,
knew this wasn't going to close, I talked to the title company. I'm like, so do I pay my mortgage bill on? It's due tomorrow. So we were
Right.
supposed to close today. My payment's due tomorrow. We turned off auto payment. Should I
Going down,
pay
buddy.
it?
What do I do?
It's
Yeah.
going to be delayed. And she's like, no, you have till the 15th.
No.
We should
Yeah,
close.
your ass isn't the one that has to deal with the fucking repo motherfuckers.
Right.
No, it's not even considered late till the 15th. So she's
Okay,
like, we
but
have
still,
time. They
yeah.
have a relationship with the bank. Like they know I'm selling the house.
Right.
So whatever.
Right. Well, there's that.
So she says, she's like, hold off. Let's see how long it's going to be, because they knew right now we weren't going to close, because the fucking buyers called the or the loan officer and said that they couldn't get the fucking drywall done because they got COVID.
What?
That's what the title lady told
You're
me.
about 2 years late.
And
on
I
that
laughed.
fucking-
You missed that boat.
I
I'm
laughed.
serious, what
I
the-
was on the phone, and the title lady goes,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I heard the buyers couldn't get the drywall done because they got COVID. And I'm like, what?
Tough shit.
And
Like-
she was like taken aback that I was laughing that they got sick. And I was like, oh, no. I know something different happened, but it's not my place to say anything.
Well, what was that? You told me that. I think my next response was, well, if I had cut all that fucking drywall with a skill saw inside of a closed fucking
They
house,
were
I
cutting
I had
drywall with
COVID
a
too.
skill saw.
No, they were not.
Yes,
Yeah, in my house.
The whole house is covered in drywall dust, top to bottom. Every fucking room, I swear to God, that whole house is fucking as white as my fucking balls. That whole house is covered in fucking drywall dust because they were cutting it with the skill saw. I was like, what moron does that?
So
You need a fucking
whatever.
razor knife.
So
my God.
whatever. So Tuesday, so they come and get their shit.
Fuck.
And they tell us that they contacted contractors, and the soonest someone could be there was a week and a half. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's busy. They're probably not asking the right questions, paying the right price to get it there sooner, but whatever. Week and a half, I can deal with a week and a half. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. And then we got that all figured out. And this morning, their realtor emails and said, or text my realtor and said something like, yeah, they slept on it and they want to cancel. Here, I'll read it to you. I will read it to you. I have it right here.
Sir, please do read it to us.
This is from the buyer's realtor. So after sleeping on it, my buyers are looking to cancel. If you can let me know what this might look like for your seller to make it less painful to him. We would, of course, allow for him to retain the earnest money and open to further discussion on the drywall portion. Please let me know how best to resolve. I know ultimately we would have all preferred it closed through. That is no longer a desire for the buyers. They have been in contact with legal counsel per my advice. My sincerest apologies, Suzanne.
I'm going to own you. That's how you can make it less painful.
So earnest money was $1,000. I wanted to be fucking done, so I said, double it, give me fucking $2,000 and get the fuck out of my life.
Fine.
And they agreed.
Okay,
so,
that's good. That's fine.
I would rather have someone actually shit in my ears than have to read that. Like that bullshit.
Imagine
literally how much
that
bullshit that is. Fuck. Like how do you
literally like,
how do you type that shit out without getting the bullshit taste in the back of your mouth while you're typing it?
The only way to do that is like,
look, being a lawyer.
Yeah, no.
Why I cannot be a lawyer? I can't lie well enough. Can I lie if I need to? I cannot honestly say something that fucking bullshit without gagging.
And that's why I do the kind of law that I do. Because if I have to write that kind of email, it's like, look, we fucked up and we're going to write you a big check. How much do you want? That's how I would write that email.
I know I could have probably pushed it way harder than that because they just closed on their house and they had a pile of money and they probably just wanted it to go away. But I was like, I don't fucking care enough to fight. Like, I was almost ready to just be like, fuck it, I don't care.
See, that's the thing. I bet you, while all this shit was going on and they were realizing we done fucked up because we watched too many episodes of HGTV and thought this was easy and we can flip a house. They got in over their head. They're sitting there while they're in their little camper at some state park spot because they sold their house and they're in their RV and they're homeless. They're sitting there going over like landwatch.com and they're like, I don't know. I found like 3 acres in Missouri and it's got a tiny house on it and a septic that was approved 10 years ago. I bet we could both go ahead and buy that and still have 10 grand in the bank. That's probably where their head's at. And they're in that mode of let's get the fuck up out of here because this ain't going to work out for us. Like they got in over their head and it's the back pedal you're seeing. It's the back pedal, the hard back pedal.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Fuck.
I did that. My first house, the paint on the little detached garage was peeling, and for an FHA loan, you can't have peeling paint if the structure was built before like 1980.
Bullshit. Because anybody who can afford to be in a fucking house where they should be getting an FHA loan, shouldn't be afraid of fucking peeling paint from some of the shit I've seen.
Thank you.
It ain't what you need to be worried about. It's what's under that fresh.
Exactly. And it was like it was exterior paint, not like in the house. So we rented like a sprayer and stood out in fucking Burbank in like 105-degree heat and sprayed. We didn't even we kind of half-assed sanded it.
You can buy it.
Yeah. We just sprayed it, and then we had an 800 square foot house. To appraise the 2-bedroom, the second bedroom had to have a closet, right? Or it's not a bedroom and it wouldn't appraise.
Second bedroom is a closet in a fucking 800 square foot house.
It was a closet. So we literally we took a closet door and built a box around it against the wall. And that was it. And that's how we got that house.
Yeah, my realtor was like, well, why don't you go grab some OSB, put it up and paint it white? He's like, then you've already cut off the problem. And I was like, why didn't they go buy some fucking paneling and drywall screw it into the fucking wall?
Put myself back in.
Yeah.
How hard would that be?
Why? Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just do that?
Just buy some paneling. It
depends on the area. I've actually seen some like cities. It was down to the city that would allow it on what was a closet. I've seen them literally screw like a little one of those little fold out dressing things to the wall. They just had to have it attached. So they put 2 little tabs, 2 little like tiny sheet metal angle irons, screwed it to the wall on one side, and that corner.
I probably could have done that.
A physical divider made it a closet.
Yeah, we did it was a door with 2 pieces of plywood and a lid. And we stuck a closet around.
Like, can I hang a curtain in the corner? Like, fucking
it's a closet, like a
shower rod in the But it's stupid because we are so conditioned as a society. Well, don't get me wrong. I love a house. I love space. I love having room. The whole there's a certain romance to the tiny house and living in a camper idea, which is nice,
Right.
but I don't mind the space as well. But we are
Yeah.
so fucking conditioned as a society that we have to have a house where there are cities now mandating you have a house, over like 2,000 square foot before they'll
Oh
approve it.
yeah. Oh
You know,
yeah. If you're not allowed to have,
People in
I mean,
fucking
my
Japan,
house.
if you have a fucking like 700 square foot house in Japan, you damn near have a fucking mansion.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, you don't sleep in a tiny box, you know?
Right? No, my
You
little
had
that was
shelves to
a
sleep on.
great. That was a great little like first house. It was like 800 square feet. It was mostly kitchen and living room, which was perfect, which is what I wanted. And then it had a good sized yard. I had a big garden, big huge like 50-year-old lemon tree. Like it was a great.
Right. Well, and I bet
house.
you didn't have a fucking $400 a month fucking utility bill to keep the thing hot or cold too.
No, I did. I did because it was in LA. No, I didn't because all the heating, it was gas heat. It was cost nothing to heat.
Well, you didn't. It's LA. You didn't need to heat it.
No,
Like,
I mean
not hot.
it was very little. I mean, there's
A little bit of air conditioning.
you freeze, but it was the air conditioner, so it was shitty insulation. So, and I just had a wall, like a window air conditioner.
Well, and it's California too, so energy costs are going to be way more than you would.
Yeah, so it's the inverse in Washington.
Take whatever happens in California and consider their money is worth twice as much or some bullshit.
Exactly. Well, the weird thing in Washington is, so in California, gas is super cheap. Like I have a gas dryer.
Well, because nobody's using it.
Right.
Nobody's trying to heat shit.
In Washington, gas is expensive and electricity is cheap
because it gets cold.
Right. So I gotta get a different dryer because I have a gas dryer and it's expensive to run. But
isn't it weird how things that if you don't have them, you could die, suddenly cost twice as much more as they should?
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Well, like up here, water is not a problem in Washington.
Well, no, but in California, we'll charge you the fuck out of water because if you don't have water in California, you become food for that
trouble. Weird, instead of just maybe not building more than the existing water can support, they just build and then,
the entire
stop watering.
Industry about it, and like avocado farms.
Well, California, SoCal's on fire already. There's a fire in Castaic, so that's gonna come right down the grapevine and like.
Enough of it hasn't burned. I'm sorry, anybody in California is cool, but enough of California hasn't burned yet. And whatever
if you're
float off into the ocean, and we'll be better without it. The people who get out of California and come here, the people here hate them. But I always kind of talk to them. I'm like, look, dude, I'm glad you got out because I would too if I was there. But just understand, don't bring that shit here. Don't make they're here. And if your mindset, I'm cool with you. I don't care.
It's fine if you're from California, as long as you don't try and California where you move.
Well, like 2/3 of people I know that are like good customers of mine, who are new homesteaders who want to learn how to do some shit and do it themselves and not rely on other people. A lot of them come from California, like a huge chunk of them do. Which everybody
goes to Colorado first.
Well, yeah, we get Colorado people too, but a lot of they usually move to Austin if they're the mindset that people are worried about. They're that big city type. They want to show up. They want to bring all the super hyper liberal politics, and they want to change everybody here who's hyper Republican. So there's that clash, which I'm like in the middle of it, and I don't give a fuck. But it's all bullshit. But they all hate each other, and it's this like little hyper Democrat pocket in the middle of like a hyper fucking Republican pocket. So they all are conditioned by the media, fucking Facebook, whoever they're voting for, to hate each other. And I'm sitting here going, dude, you get people who move out here to the country, they buy property, they realize if we're going to ever change anything, we need to look at this like homesteader regenerative type thing. And yeah, they come from a liberal background, and no, they're not Republican, but they're not bringing their shit. They're trying to come here because there's a chance to do some better crap. Those are the people I hook up with. There's a lot more of them than people realize. And I'm all about it. I'm like, look, as long as you're not trying to make whatever the fuck you ran from here, I'm down, because I came from out of state too. And I get along with Texans better than half the Texans I know. So it's all about, why are you doing what you're doing?
Right.
That's because they think you might be a little retarded and they don't want to make fun of you.
It's probably possible. Hell, you know what, dude? You know what? I got that even today. I felt like I finally made it. I'm here. I'm part of this community. Jack told me that today, sort of.
No.
No, I know. We were in chat, like in Telegram chat.
Yeah.
And we said that, sometimes you can play dumb one time. And he said, well, you're really good at that. And I was like, oh.
That's it. So if somebody was asking me, so I was in.
I feel that right here.
Yeah, it's right in the fields. So I was actually farther out than Jack's place a couple weeks ago. I was more rural than where Jack is.
You were in my spot, or because he's
how far north are you?
Dallas's back door.
No.
I'm south. I'm south.
I was north. No, I was like, go to Jack's and then keep going.
I'm the wasteland between Jack's and Houston.
No,
middle of nowhere that nobody knows exists.
I drove past the exit for Jack's, and then you keep going for like 40 minutes past it.
Is there a sign up there yet that says Jack's Beer Co. here, 9 Mile Farm that way?
No, but I always laugh when I go past it. I'm like, I know where I am. So I was out there. I know.
Do it.
But like, I really
stop by.
You're
like, hey, what's up? Friendly neighborhood agorist attorney here for some eggs.
Going to a rodeo, so I went to a rodeo up there. But I could totally live out there. So if I was going to move to Texas, I would sit and wait for something to go for sale in that neighborhood, and that's where I would move because I really like that area.
I have like 4 prisons in my backyard, but nobody either. Like seriously,
you want to hear something fucking? So they had garbage cans dropped off like Monday afternoon. So they had those here, and my realtor calls me. I'm on the phone with him in the camper, and the air was on. I couldn't really hear him. Corey was still working, and he's like, hey, they just want to cancel. I was like, oh, shocker. I was like, hold on, let me walk outside to talk to you. I walk outside, and the fucking garbage truck is in my driveway grabbing the 2 fucking garbage cans.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Not okay.
This is your sign.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck, dude, that sucks.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah, they repoed their fucking cans before they even bought the place.
Amazing.
Oh, the heartless repo man showed up. Fuck. Hopefully, hey, she might jump in. Nicole said, "Hey," in the Telegram chat, the bathroom chat. It's like, come on, drop in. Scramble is not here to scare you off. It's just me.
Right? Just us. Yeah, but I really like those more rural areas of Texas. I could definitely live out there.
Okay, what I like about the corner that I'm biased because I live here, but I'm south and farther east of Jack. Hey, Nicole's here. But it's I actually get rain. Like I'm in hardwood forest.
Yeah.
It's not all fucking desert shit. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Whoa. One of the original. The OTGs are here. Scrambling's not.
Scrambling's not.
Nah.
Oh, you're muted, Nicole, I think.
Oh,
or someone's muted.
I can hear everything.
I can't hear Nicole.
Your audio is fucked up. Somehow. Say it doesn't show muted on my side.
Mm-mm.
Your audio, your microphone is not good.
Yeah, she's got to fix it.
All right, I'll figure it out.
So you're south. I'm like looking at a map again, which I should never do.
Look for Huntsville.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just outside of Huntsville, like 20 minutes. Well, I'm in Huntsville now, so I can get Wi-Fi.
What's that, Huntsville, Alabama?
Huntsville, Texas.
Is there a Huntsville, Alabama?
Huntsville, Alabama is more well known.
That's something else.
Being
I see.
Extremely southeastern and just a racist hellhole where you pretty much marry your sister. Over here, it's kind of the same thing.
Oh, I see him.
So I could blend in there, but not have to participate.
So I would want to be like over
with the
by
beard
the
and the tattoos and the shaved head.
You have like a
you fit in. You just need a little bit more drawl to how you talk, and they'll take care of you.
They would welcome a fellow brother, right?
Right.
I don't act the part, but
I don't know if you rolled in there to Huntsville, Alabama. As long as you said something against the government, but you don't like the Democrats, they'd be okay with you.
They'd be all right with you.
Hey, maybe she can hear
go.
us.
Wow, my hair's really messy.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, what's up?
I'm
Well,
a
the
mess.
studio works if the phone doesn't.
I know.
Hey,
I
right?
have the same problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Well, I'm in a car, so I make it work where I can.
Get it done.
Fucking
if you hang
Scrambler
around long enough, he
existential
goes dark.
crisis today. No, old Scrambler goes, hey man, here's my my login shit. Go ahead and do the after party thing. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me not fuck up what you have going on, because I knew he had shit on like Friday and Wednesday and Friday. He said while he was going to be gone. And I log in, didn't realize the only thing he has queued is for Monday because he went ahead and put his shit to YouTube already. So I'm sitting here waiting for his show to drop, and I'm like, why didn't it happen? Oh shit! Was I supposed to start it? I don't know. He didn't tell me he put all the shit up on YouTube on Monday already, and I didn't have to fuck with it. So I'm over here freaking out. Do I need to download his stuff? I downloaded like a 1.4 gigabyte episode, thinking I was going to have to air it like for him live late. No, it was all good. He had planned. He just didn't tell me.
It happens. It happens.
So what's new in After Party land?
We're potentially going to be joined by a new after party guest at some point when she gets the chance, taking her daughter to kickboxing, and when she can, she's going to pop in. Jackie from Road to Autonomy does like an e-zine, been going for like 3 years, the whole anarchist thing, and recently kind of found me and Scrambling, and I think she's going to be on the Lots Party at some point interview. So
Sweet.
we were bitching about the buyers that fucked me raw in the ass.
Yeah, did you? Are you officially fucked now? I saw your TikTok.
Completely fucked.
I don't know about fucked. I think they're probably officially fucked.
Yeah, they're officially fucked. I mean, I'm getting $2,000. I got sheetrock that's just.
And you're not homeless.
Piled everywhere.
Even worse than what it looked like in that TikTok. They came and worked for a whole nother day, but didn't finish that room, and it got worse. And they were cutting sheetrock with a skill saw, so my whole fucking house is full of sheetrock dust.
Yeah, I saw the hanging in your video, and as a person who's hung sheetrock and isn't great at it, I was like, when you have 3-inch gaps between your no, that's not how you do that.
There's a reason it wasn't done. Is because I don't do drywall. Like, I'm horrible at it, or it takes me forever because I'm so anal that I have to get it perfect. And I'm not good enough to get it perfect, so it takes me forever. And I just didn't do it. And then I was selling it as is. So I'm like, okay, well, whoever can do it, if they need to do it for their loan, they can call somebody to have it done. Or I'll hire somebody to have it done, but I'm not going to do it beforehand.
Right.
And they
now,
said
now you got to do it.
Well, no, I'm hiring somebody because I got my earnest money, or I got their earnest money, and then I made them double it. I could have probably rolled them for more, but I was just like, I wanted to be done with it. It's been a nightmare for a fucking week dealing with them.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going to hire somebody to do it local as fast as I can. I'm kind of doing the grapevine thing with all the people I've networked with for the last 8 years, trying to find the one contractor that'll like knock it out in 2 days, like tomorrow.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Now.
No,
Yeah.
I got a stack of cash to hand them, so
Helpful.
It definitely helps to grease the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Get it going. Yeah.
Case of beer. There'll be a case of beer in the fridge and cash on the table. How much you need?
And if it's anywhere like here, honestly, a case of beer is great, but if you've got some fresh farm eggs, they go a long way.
I don't have any.
Like seriously, fresh eggs. Like a case of beer and a fresh eggs. I've gotten like $300 worth of tree work done for free while guys in our company were there, because I had like a 12-pack of beer and some fresh eggs.
If I hadn't just called my whole flock for
No shit. I know. I get it. I'm like, you got one chicken, save it up for a few days. Come on, do what you can.
I got one chicken that I don't know where it lays. I don't even think it is anymore. I think she's just.
Yeah, she might be gone.
Yeah,
you're right.
She's probably like 4 years old.
Right?
I have a really old one that lays an egg every so often. I have one chicken left, and all the rest are ducks. And so I always know when it's the green chicken egg instead of the duck egg. I'm like, oh, you're still laying. That's really cute. I had 2 until this year, and her friend died. But she hangs out with the ducks now.
we want to roll more towards ducks too. Maybe a few each.
I love ducks better, dude. So much more. Now it's more work, like keeping up with them with the waterers and keeping shit clean because they're muddy as fuck. And if you want something that can scratch and like really turn your compost, a couple chickens are great to keep. But dude, I have so many, like if they're Pekin ducks or Ruin, the big breeds, fuck, dude, they get so big so quick. Like they're almost full size by the time I get them out of the brooder. 6-8 weeks
Wow.
old, they're fucking huge. Like that's a full size duck. It's all meat. Like the conversion rate on ducks, I don't know why people bother with Cornish cross when you can take a duck, give it the same amount of food, and it's twice the damn size, and it tastes like a duck instead of a chicken.
Yeah, I like duck better than chicken for sure. And,
Me too.
but I
I
used to
like
like chicken better. And then I went keto, and now it's like chicken
You
is
start
dry.
craving the fat instead of the carbs.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want
I
more
was like,
fat.
oh, I don't like chicken very much anymore. And we have 40.
I'm the same with duck eggs. Like
Oh, wow.
I'll eat a chicken egg and I feel disappointed. I want a duck or a goose egg. Like
Yeah.
if I have them, they're so much better.
Well, I just cooked up a fry pan full of rabbit tenderloins because we served like 60 rabbits at my workshop.
I
Oh,
bet
wow.
you have
Tenderloins because everybody, it was like too much for the kitchen staff to manage to have
Right.
all the different cuts. So I just did a full thing of it. It's waiting for me for dinner tonight. It's going to be
Perfect.
delicious.
Oh,
Nice.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
then Self
Yeah.
Reliance Festival is coming, and I'm actually going to that. which is
Yay!
exciting.
Oh, you're going to be there. That's right.
I will. Yep, I bought plane
Awesome.
tickets and rental car, and
I think everybody but me for sure is going to be there. If I can make
Yeah.
it work, I will, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked
Yeah.
about Self Reliance Festival. It's going to be a really good one. If anybody is listening to this and has never heard of it, selfreliancefestival.com if you want more info. But we got really great speakers.
If Brian doesn't make it, Brian over there, he's going to kill somebody. I know that.
oh,
I
we're
know.
going.
Yeah.
We're
Like
going.
you don't want to
Regardless.
die if they come between him and self-reliance. So I think everybody
Right.
but me on this broadcast right now.
Yeah.
They were scared of me.
And I'm not sure who, but hey, just last night I got an email that somebody used my referral link to buy tickets.
Woo!
So-
No, somebody used it before last night, but
I think it was Brian. I think it was
when
actually
I'm-
Brian.
when I mark orders as completed, which we do once we've imported everybody's
You
name,
went in, you
emails all the affiliate link people,
Yeah.
and
You
that's
clicked the buttons last night. I got
yeah. I was like,
Yeah, so
I was
that's-
showing Mama Sauce how to
that's-
do it, so I'm not the only one who does it. That was basically what was up.
I knew Brian was going to, and I never saw a thing. And then I saw it last night, and I was like, well, either things finally clicked and it's Brian, or I'm going to be like, you motherfucker, you said
Well,
you
you
were going
sold
to.
more than one ticket, so it was more than one person.
No, I figured, but.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I had to give him some crap.
So far, I'm the number one salesperson on that whole
Well,
thing.
good. It's your
Well,
thing.
you should be.
I hope so.
John Willis is number
Yeah, I'll
2.
tell
Jack
you.
Spirko is number 3. That's where we're at.
Weird.
all right.
We should have a leaderboard.
Okay, if
Right?
Jack
You
Spirko
should
is
on the
never
page.
above number 3, you're not utilizing Jack Spirko enough.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. He's on
Right.
live with us
Oh,
next
we'll
week
see.
on Tuesday, so who knows what'll happen as a result of that.
She threw down the gauntlet. Come on, Jack.
Yeah.
You got to keep up.
Right?
Hey, dinner's on the stove. It's rabbit with a saute, and then there's a cucumber salad. Help yourself.
That may be the most.
You want to come say hi to the after party?
I've ever heard.
Guess who just popped in?
Tactical Redneck. Hey,
So-
man.
He's
What's up?
representing Dixie.
He's representing. All right. Where is the banjo if you're going to represent Dixie?
Well,
Well,
fair.
Dixie the hiker, Dixie Mills.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool if she could pop in sometime too, but I know her Wi-Fi is like, her situation is way worse than mine.
Really?
When it comes to, I'm sure she's traveling around, right?
Oh, yeah, it just depends. So when she's home, she has good internet.
Like at home, I have nothing. I have to travel to get it,
Yeah.
which is why I'm always in the car.
It's okay. I was
They're
live
fine.
from Mexico last week. That was funny.
Hey, Nicole, are there pockets with actual cell phone signal in Tennessee?
Yeah, I have cell phone signal here.
So what network is better there? Because for me
John
here,
scared the shit
depending
out
on where
of me.
you're at, it's like AT&T or Verizon could be terrible. Like T-Mobile's good.
So at John Willis's, AT&T is better than Verizon, but Verizon works. Here, Verizon is better than AT&T, and then there are pockets of nothingness. But T-Mobile pretty much only works on the freeways here
and in metro
and in the
areas.
cities. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Like for here, it's the same. T-Mobile, like whatever they became and combined with whoever, those ones work real close to the freeways, the big cities. Yeah. But you get out where I'm at, where at my house, AT&T works better than anything else. But my cell phone mostly works on Verizon and can handle the Wi-Fi, which is not AT&T. Like out towards where I do the deer shop shit. If you don't have AT&T, you don't have a signal. Mm-hmm. There's nothing. Just it's zero. And then there's some spots here and there in between where if you're not on Verizon, well, good luck for you. You got 10 miles with no signals, nothing.
Yeah.
You catch up, you'll hear 15 announcements on your phone.
I will give T-Mobile this. They had a stroke of genius, and they were like, we're going to set up to have U.S. phone numbers at all of the overseas military bases. So you can go to an overseas military base, have T-Mobile, and it's like having a local phone in the U.S. so you can still communicate.
Which is really smart for guys over there because that's a population.
Yeah. Yeah, I had T-Mobile when I was traveling back and forth to Germany, but now I use the Verizon network because that's what works best by me.
Right.
Yeah, but we can load multiple SIM cards into our router. So some people suggest that when they were traveling, they would have one of each, and you could flop back and forth between the cell networks depending on which was working better.
What I'll say from here, and this is just me dealing with like multiple networks, something works everywhere, but some are complete shit. And I travel a lot in Southeast Texas and East Texas, and you never fucking know what's going to work. It's not the best as far as privacy. It's not the best for like customer service. They're better than some, but Google Fi, their phone, it's not bad because all of the phones that are set for Google Fi also work as a backend, like on the backbone with a Wi-Fi signal. So I can get texts and I can call natively over Wi-Fi, no matter what Wi-Fi it is, as long as it works. They don't do AT&T. They do everything pretty much but AT&T. But it will automatically
signal for my internet.
Well, they will SIM card switch between everything but AT&T. So if you have them and an AT&T hotspot, that's the solution I came up with at the shop.
Oh, gotcha.
AT&T hotspot, I can get calls and data natively on my phone inside the shop in a steel building with the AT&T hotspot just outside on like a magnet mount, and it's fine and it works. And everywhere else, if I have the hotspot with me, I can get AT&T or Verizon, and it works everywhere because I can be on the Wi-Fi or not and still get a call and run a business. But when you travel around in some spaces, one carrier is a dead spot. You have to find a balance. So for me, that worked. That might apply to you on the road. You might have to look at something like I've got a carrier that does Wi-Fi on one and a phone or whatever, a data connection that can give me phone and cell phone signal on the other connection. The only place I've found for sure that does the native Wi-Fi as far as Wi-Fi and having the text is Google Fi. I heard Apple does something similar, but I hate Apple. Like with passion.
Well, I get better signal than a phone because I have a stronger antenna on top of the trailer.
Right.
And
but is it on AT&T or Verizon?
It's on Verizon.
Yeah.
But I can also get a standalone AT&T card. I can also get a standalone AT&T card, like a prepay, and put that in the other slot in my router, and I can check the signal strength on either one at any time.
So if you can do both, you'll probably be good. Because I found like the areas I've driven through that you have a signal like 2 to 4 bars on Verizon, you're fucked on AT&T. And the other way around. It's like they market saturate certain areas. So if you can have both, you probably have most places. T-Mobile is probably better than any of them when you're on a freeway or in a city. But if you're outside of those areas, they ain't shit. Like you may not have a signal at all for days.
True story.
Got it. Nicole, how many VIP tickets are left? I know you said 19 when you posted that.
Oh yeah, we're down to 9.
How many regular tickets are left? Like, are you capping them, or are you just doing?
It depends. If we get over 1,000, I'll start getting squishy on that.
Are you knocking on that, or are you?
We're not knocking on that yet, but I think we will be. We'll see. We will see.
I believe it.
So I need to make up my mind.
You can buy an upgrade though.
I saw
got
that.
the upgrade.
No, you did. I'm looking at the website. That was cool. That was cool that you.
I was like, hey, some people bought tickets. They didn't know what it would be. I wasn't sure if I could get a dinner
live on the air
out there.
And
basically, I was on a vacation last week in Maine with my chef friend, and I was like, hey, man, could you serve a dinner under the tent instead of me trying to get a restaurant to bring stuff in? And it'll be way better. So we're going to serve family style under the tent. It's going to be cool. So, and we talked about menu, and he looked at his schedule, and I was like, excellent, done.
So is it terrible that I want to do it just so I can hang out with everyone?
That's why most people do it. No, I'm sure
you're a horrible.
Right? It's the t-shirt.
Like, seriously,
I want the t-shirt so bad.
Is it? Yeah.
Dude, anybody who's thinking about going to an event like this, it's the whole reason you fucking do it, because you get to actually do that and hang out.
Yeah.
You get FaceTime with people like Brian and Nicole, Patty, and C. Hey, look, these people are actually really fucking people. And chat with them and bullshit. And you connect because you watch these people and you listen to them online, but it's real when you're there, and it's so fucking uplifting. Like you're on a high for a month after that. It's crazy.
Oh, I was out of my mind at the workshop. Dude, Jack was laughing at me because every time I'd walk by, I'd have this like, there's no other way to describe like shit-eating grin like on my face.
All I did was like Fest 2 years in a row. And I can tell you right now, like it's a whole different fucking experience. And if you've not done it, and I've been around people who have been like libertarian, anarchist minded, kind of whether they knew it or not, my whole life. But it's entirely different when you can get around people who get how we're thinking and they're free thinkers.
Well, it's
you
what's
really
cool
describe it. There's no way in a video we can convey that. But if you haven't tried
well, it's just what happens when you brainstorm something, and then 9 other people who get it add to the brainstorm. That's a force accelerator that is huge. I used to coordinate something called accelerators, where we brought a bunch of like-minded people into the room who are used to, and by like-minded I don't mean libertarian or anarchists. They're just used to thinking outside of the confines of what is normal.
Understand how to think critically.
Yeah, and man, the stuff that would come out of that was amazing. And people just don't understand how much benefit you can get from just having a conversation about something you're thinking about. It'll be like this. Like my hillside garden that was completely designed at Jack Spirko's. And then I took it back here, handed it off to a couple guys here, and they made it even better. And it was like, well, that would not have even ever had the water integrated into it had I not gone to Jack's.
Right.
Yeah, no, I would have never thought of
different people.
Yeah, I would have never come up with like guerrilla aquaponics for an HOA, like without walking around Jack's property and seeing that one pond he has it's like half out of the ground and right, like I was like, that looks like a water feature. That's a water feature. We're allowed to do that in our front yard.
And you're allowed to grow pretty plants in pots.
Exactly. So and like quail, I never would have come up with, that's technically a songbird. You can do that in an HOA.
I kept quail that I heard on Jack.
They are a songbird for sure.
Why I started keeping quail. I probably started keeping quail about the same fucking episode that fucking Brian started keeping quail.
I'm guessing that your neighbors will love it if you let your males get to about 13, 15 weeks. Got about 30 of them.
We're in the middle of a nature preserve. They're not going to be able to tell the difference between what I have and what's out in the forest.
I could literally see 7 of my neighbors from my back porch, and I kept fucking 50 quail in a 6x10.
It's fine.
And they thought it was like, wow, these birds are really chirpy this season. It's kind of crazy, They didn't notice.
I had probably like 3 300 males in my 25 by 25 garage, and I'd walk in
garage.
there with like call
Yeah,
time.
I'm pretty sure.
And you had to put earplugs in. It was so loud.
While I was
I have the
hanging
side
out,
of my house. There's nothing there. I could put whatever I
while
want
I
out
was
there.
hanging out with some of my scummy half meth head fucking friends that I was working with at the time, while I was running my construction company and raising some quail on my back porch, thinking about like I should start just prepping shit because things are going downhill. Way back then, I remember an episode of Jax where he was talking about a guy who was raising some quail in his garage, and it was like deafening. And it was about the same time that I was doing crazy shit like, hey, man, let's take all our survival shit and go camp in 10 below out there in the snow. And we have to walk down abandoned fucking Federal Railroad tracks and eat dead possums. I was doing that kind of crap and listening to you at the same time. And I had not even come close to moving down here. But it was listening to Jack and all the crap he was talking about that made me want to come down here, find some stuff, get on a space that I controlled instead of living and renting some random person. I would have never ended up working for a butcher and learning the skill I had if I hadn't branched out in that whole entrepreneurial thing. And then before that, I did construction type stuff and I had that bug, but I never would have turned what I learned into a business and started trying to teach other people how to do it if it wasn't for what he was talking about or starting to listen to Living Free in Tennessee. I never realized it was you, Brian, he was talking to until later on when you.
Oh, that wasn't me. I started because of that episode.
Oh, dude. That was like a later thing.
Wait a minute. You know how to do drywall and he needs drywall?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in Texas.
Well, I was talking about that.
Like, I'll find somebody a lot closer.
Road trip!
Dude, what did I say?
He told me this morning if he was closer, if he was still in Iowa, he'd be up here.
He's like, man, for the right price, I'm pretty sure that shit could get done in time. Like, I know there's guys
Brian offered to
fly
money,
and I say, dude, if I was not like all the way fucking down here where it's like $500 for me to get up there, I would finish that shit this week and be done.
Oh yeah, Brian offered to fly in, but I'd have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to pick him up one way.
Dude, it would cost me more to fucking get there and get back than it would what you could fucking pay somebody to do it. But the point is, there's somebody close to you who knows how to do your shit and wants it for beer money. There's somebody.
Dude, I sent a message to my mechanic and I talked to the guy at the liquor store, and I talked, all the people that know everyone.
Feed stores and hardware stores. Feed stores and hardware stores. They know
I can't go to the hardware store in town though.
What are you banned?
Well, so the hardware store in town is owned by the mayor of our
town. Story time.
And so we went in there. We would go in there when we first moved here. We didn't know where to get feed, so we were buying it from there. It was like a hardware Hank. It's like Ace or they're regional, whatever.
True Value, something.
Yeah. So we would go in there and we were spending like $100 to $200 a week in there and feed and buying all my supplies for working on my house because I wanted to support local, And so they were going through employees left and right. They finally got a bunch of people that kind of stuck around. And Corey would go in there, and there's this one guy. He's got like 9 kids by 3 or 4 different women, and he's just a fucking scumbag. And he would like harass her.
Running a hardware store?
Yeah, so he would harass her and just creepy. Not like she could take care of herself, but it was just creepy. It made her feel uncomfortable. So she said something to him, and he continued to do it a little bit. And I walked in there with her one day, and he said something to her, and I said something to him, and he said something back, and I think everybody within a few blocks knew that I was not happy about that because I fucking tore him a new fucking asshole in the middle of the store.
You gotta go into like the best reason to ever be fucking banned from somewhere. Like I was hoping.
Well, I wasn't banned. I just left. I tore him a new asshole and left. And so I emailed or I sent the mayor of our town that owns the place. I sent her a message and I said, hey, this is what went down. I'm sure Tony will let you know. But this is how it went down. He's been harassing Corey, making her feel uncomfortable. She asked him to stop. He didn't stop. I came in with her and he did it again. And I fucking lit him up. And she goes, okay, well, he doesn't work on Thursdays, so that's the day she if you're going to come in, you should. And I said, fuck you, I'll never spend another $1 in your fucking store.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
Fair. Yeah.
So I can't go to the hardware store.
I mean,
you can send somebody else to the hardware store, though.
You could send an emissary. Yeah.
Yeah, only if they spend their money.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was just like,
Yeah, fuck that shit.
what? Are you serious?
Hold
I mean,
on.
I
Wait,
get it. But it was like she wasn't the first one that had said it about him. Yeah. So I was just like,
that's the only downside to like small towns is like guys that they can be complete crap bags, but they know everybody and have enough clout that you pretty much shoot yourself in the foot if you alienate one dude that everybody's friends with. So
yeah.
See, that's why you bring your community with you, and then you don't care who you offend, and then you're able to moderate your community Facebook group because you're not afraid if everybody hates you.
Yeah, I would just drive 20 minutes south and go to another of the same franchise owned by a different family, and it was better.
If you take that stupid crap and you blow it up to a bigger scale, you see what politics is.
Yeah, it's totally what politics is.
You know,
they're trying to
it's
get
It's
me
like
to
a
run
high
for
school
school board again.
cafeteria is what it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're trying
It's
to
like
get me
if
to
you
run
take
for
a bunch-
school board again, and I'm like, I feel like that's a no from me.
If you take the bottom 30% educated of the country, put them in charge of everything, and have them be extremely biased against each other, that's everything you need. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's all. That's it.
That's why I don't want to run. And we have this tiny town, right? I think there's probably less than 20,000. Not tiny town, but like there's less. I know.
I'm in a township
less
of
than
198.
I know. I grew up in a town of way smaller than that, but like tiny
not a
relatively
town,
to
it's a city,
okay, so tiny relative to like big school districts, right? I found out their school board meetings
Big?
are every
Like
Tuesday.
over 1,000.
They meet every Tuesday.
What?
It's not a big district. It's like probably, I don't know, the whole town's 15,000 people. So it's not a huge district.
Town.
I've always wondered
Social
why
club,
we need more
anybody?
laws. Like, what are
Every
they doing?
Tuesday.
Do they do it to justify their job?
I don't know. I don't know why. Because when
It's
I
a
was in
social
Burbank, which is huge, right? They met once a month, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like Rotary. It sounds like they're turning it into Rotary
It
instead
does,
of
yeah.
getting stuff done for the district.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like. I'm like every Tuesday, and the term is 4 years. So if I ran, and I'd probably win, every
Because she's
Tuesday for
Patty
4
and she's
years.
awesome. Hey, I would vote her for HOA for sure.
Hey, as a libertarian who got voted into something once, don't do it. You're not going to like
know.
it.
I know.
I couldn't believe
I know.
Tim ran for
Help
city
him.
council.
Somebody
Not
tell
fun.
me.
I know.
Like,
I would get.
So
I would
glad
win.
lost. I'm like, why did you even run?
I know.
I
I would
eye
win
roll.
solely
You'll be
because
like,
of-
oh, I'm rolling my eyes
Oh
again.
no! It's solely
Like,
because of the number of letters after my
I'm
name.
so
That's
glad
why I
I
would
didn't
win.
win.
They're really obsessed with like titles up here, and I have a lot of letters after my name, so that's why I'd probably end up winning by accident. Because they'd be like, "Oh, she has a lot of letters."
I got a lot of letters in
Surprise!
my last name too.
You did not get what you thought you were voting for, did you?
I can throw a lot of letters on my last name if I want.
Dude, I don't care.
Mhm.
It's like 13.
It's a
UTTHER.
dumb reason to vote for somebody. It is. It really is. But that's. This
Hey, look at
summer.
me. I paid a lot of money to know some shit. Y'all are paying for that shit now.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
How does that tip QR code work? Before I got to
Okay.
go, but tell me how that
Yeah,
works. I'm just
no.
curious.
Scan
So
it.
yeah,
Plus,
we've been
anybody
fucking with
here
that
who needs a tip, you should totally know how that works.
Well, if anybody wants to tip all of us, because anybody who is an after party fucking member who's in that part, like the 11-way split, if they go to the QR in that corner, they can scan it with their phone, or they can go to in the show notes. There's a link to ittybitty.tips after party or afterparty.ittybitty.tips.
What do I scan
It
it with? Do
will-
I have to have wallet of Satoshi or
camera.
what?
Well, no, any wallet, any Lightning wallet should be able to pay this shit if it doesn't automatically pull it
Well,
up
like
and
I
say,
could use
"Hey, look."
Fountain to do it.
Well, Fountain is tough because Fountain only lets you like move shit in and out for you. Like I've tried to find ways, and when I did find ways to do it, like tipping with Fountain, they were like, "Yeah, we're going to close that shit. You need like 500 Satoshis minimum." So Fountain's hard because they want to keep their shit there inside their circular system, and I get it.
Okay.
But you with like Exodus, Cash App, Strike, you could tip with the shit I've been putting up.
Let me
I
try
have-
it with Strike just for fun.
Okay, so I put up a link there. Click that shit and see. it'll have to generate an invoice. The thing is, some wallets will just like pay, like you have a Lightning address. There you go. You can pay whatever. If you have like an invoice, so an invoice is for one transaction only.
Yeah.
You're scanning. So if you scan that shit on
not a valid invoice address.
All right, because you're doing it on Strike. So there's a link. Can you see the show notes?
Well, I want to figure out how to do it with a QR code. So you're saying I can only do that with Exodus?
No, Exodus, Strike, and Cash App don't do LN URLs yet. They do invoices, which is a one-time transaction. So it's a QR for like repeat tip, which is why I did the itty bitty tips thing. So if you find that link, either if it's not, it's in the Telegram chat. I can put it in the group chat. Let me tell you.
Wait, what's that Telegram tip bot or something? Will that do it?
There is that, but hold on. I'm going to type something in the private chat for you really quick.
There you go.
Here.
I just want to poke Bitcoin with a stick. I just needed to do something.
Okay, I've been doing that
I
for the
last
last
I saw my house.
So I have been. I want to sell it with Bitcoin. Don't. No. Okay, I am.
So I need to go to. Wait, can you type in Telegram for me?
I am.
Throw it in Telegram.
Okay, well, I'm gonna putting in StreamYard, and I will do it in Telegram in a second.
Yes.
And the last
Telegram is on my phone. StreamYard is not on my phone.
There it is. The last time I wanted to poke Bitcoin with a stick, it went to 60. So if we could do that again, that would be great.
What's that?
I was joking about how Bitcoin hasn't
If you can make it
moved.
go to 60, you can poke it as hard as you want to.
That'd be lovely, right?
Okay, so that should take you there, Nicole. Oh, it's going to send it there. Come on. I hate touchpads on laptops. There we go.
Oh, me
that
too.
Should take you there.
I have a mouse that I trouble with.
But yeah, anyway, so like if you go on YouTube or you go to Facebook or whatever, there are certain links you can post that do not follow through. If you go to WordPress and you try to put something like we found the lightning with a colon.
So what's up with the porn thing?
The what?
Porn thing? If there's a porn thing, I want to know about it.
So I just clicked. Let me just.
Hold on. I want to know.
This is what I just got at that link.
Hold on. Let me check my. What the fuck? Did you go to a Telegram?
No, I copied your link.
Hold on. Oh, I'm going to fucking edit that. I said .com instead of on tips. Woo!
Oh, dear.
I didn't know that was. All right. So, guys, anybody who's watching this shit, don't get us kicked off YouTube. That's not what we posted.
Don't click that link.
Don't click that link.
And don't click enter site because I didn't. Because, scary.
Ooh. Okay, well, apparently ittybitty.com.
I made Renegade Butcher blush.
Wow.
She had her underwear on.
Woo.
I'm so glad I didn't click that.
I never
You forgot to give it the tip, Josh.
Oh, shit. Well,
just the tip.
Just
for a minute.
Take some screenshots. I mean, I want to know. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, man.
Having worked around the computer or two, I thought I better ask before hitting enter site.
Welcome
you
to
did.
the After Party.
You slapped that up last week. You just threw it up there.
Oh, dear.
So what's the URL supposed to be?
It should be ittybitty.tips.
Ittybitty.tips.
That doesn't sound better at all.
Yeah,
well, it's no porn.
I hope
Do not go to ittybitty.com, guys. It's ittybitty.tips.
Don't do it.
Oh, do it. Oh, I just
totally
my eyes with capsaicin. This is brutal.
Yeah, you know what? We couldn't have staged that better. We could not have staged it better. Don't go to ittybitty.com. Wow,
Yeah.
You'll get banned from YouTube.
This looks more like a Bitcoin.
Forever.
That's going to be
these
your
nuts
tagline. Don't go to ittybitty.com. Only go to ittybitty.tips.
Okay, whoever runs ittybitty.com, I'll take your fucking compensation for the traffic in Bitcoin. Thank you.
Right?
All of the 0 people who are watching us right now are going there right the fuck now.
Man.
So is that supposed to generate a QR code?
So what it does, okay, it should come up, and if you have Albi or like a web LNN wallet, it will open. If not, when you put in your shit, it'll generate a QR code or an LN URL, an invoice address. You can pay with anything. So
Okay.
if you have something that'll pay right away, it'll pop up. If not, an invoice will work from any wallet.
Yeah, it's not working for me, but it's probably because I use. Huh?
What wallet?
I don't have. So I have Exodus, and
It
I
didn't
have.
pop right away. Well, with Exodus, it's not going to. But if you do if you follow that and say, "Hey, look, I want to do this many sats,"
It won't give me. Yeah, it doesn't do a QR code right now. It's erroring out.
Let me look.
But I
That's
use
right.
the Brave browser, so I'm wondering if it has to do a pop-up thing or something.
It might be a thing with Brave. You may have to turn that off. Yeah, I'm trying to see if that's a thing or not. One guy said it came up with the security thing. It could be because for the free shit, I put Amazon ads on it. That might be why. And if it is, I might play with that. But yeah, let me know what you see.
Let me open Mozilla and see.
Yeah, I'll fiddle with it. I've been fiddling with
Here,
it
we'll go
on like
Safari.
Firefox
We'll
and
go
Brave.
old school. Where's Safari? I haven't used Safari on this computer yet. I'm an Apple girl.
That's Apple as fuck. Safari.
Phone too.
Damn. Need to get my old little cap hat out. We're going on Safari, Brooke.
Yeah, it doesn't like me. That's okay. I was just trying to figure it out.
Well, no, good. No, it's like Scrambling was having problems with the 2 on Apple. So text me what you have problems with, like tomorrow, and I'll fiddle with it. We'll figure some shit out.
It's
I want it to work on everything because if there's
because
certain
I
browsers,
am an Apple, so that may be a thing.
right. So if there's certain browsers it's not working on, like that feedback helps because I don't have the Apple shit to play with, but if I can make it work, I will.
I just sent it from Wallet to Satoshi on Corey's iPhone.
Well, I
guess I should set up Wallet of Satoshi. I just haven't yet.
So, like, I tipped myself from Cash App one day just to see if I could, because it's like the hardest thing to do. Well, I did it from Cash App, and I tipped Scrambling on Exodus, which you can't usually tip from because it has to generate an invoice. There's no LN URL or like Lightning address. You can't put that shit in. It doesn't do it. It's old school, like 2021 Lightning. Ooh, scary old. But it doesn't do what some of the new shit does. And I tried to make it so everything can do that.
Yeah.
But if someone's not coming up and reading it, let me know and I'll figure it out if I can.
Okay, well. I was all excited. I was like, ooh, a QR code. Except for I need Wallet of Satoshi.
It shouldn't be. I mean, I've done it with Wallet of Satoshi. I've done it with Blue Wallet. I've done it with Albi. I've done it with fucking the Lightning Tip Bot. Like a screenshot.
That's the thing. I was looking for my Lightning Tip Bot in my thing because I was like, maybe that'll work.
It's like literally at Lightning Tip Bot on Telegram.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. But
I have like 50 sats there.
You can send it a screenshot and it will read it. You can send it an LN URL. And it will
so I have to hit /send.
Should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to. Depending on what you're trying to do. Yeah. When you hit /help, it'll tell you all the commands. You can do pretty much anything. If you just send it like an LN URL or a Lightning address or an invoice, it'll just go like, do you want to pay this? And you could click yes and send it, and it will do what you want. So
wait, I have to do pay, I think.
They don't make it as easy as it could be, but they're working on it. If you, by the way, if you are using your laptop, you have a computer, and you are not on either like Chrome or Brave or Firefox using the Albi extension yet, do it, because they can set up their own wallet on it, yes, but you can link it to the Telegram wallet. You can link it to anything else you have. If you have your own node, you can link it to that. But you can have a Lightning wallet, and it will either read code people have put in the websites to allow them to be tipped, or it will, anything you click on that's Lightning related, it will open it up and let you pay that from like a pop-up window instead of having to dick with your phone. You don't have to
I
scan QR.
inexplicably have 430 sats on Lightning, and I have no idea how I got
You can have 430 sats and turn around and go, look, I want to pay that motherfucker 200 sats right now. Click a link and pay it. That's exactly what it does. So
and
that's
send him
badass. It just doesn't work on fucking
penny.
Right, but it doesn't really do much for mobile. But if you do Albi, because you never touch Lightning and you set it up, you get their wallet. You can link their wallet to Blue Wallet on your phone and do the same shit from there. Or you can do it with the Telegram wallet. You know, there's ways to do it. We're going to talk about it in a whole new podcast me and Brian are playing at some point. And in fact, guess what? We're currently streaming to both the YouTube, the Facebook, Twitch, and all that full fucking shit for the Lightning for Liberty podcast that we're going to start at some point in the next couple of weeks. As long as Brian doesn't end up in prison from killing someone in the intro.
I'm riding the stream, man. I'm just riding the wave.
Roll with it. Just you leaf on the stream, all right? Okay, Bob.
For a reason. Just got to figure out what the reason was.
Don't pull the whole.
Well, I hope you find your drywaller, guys. I gotta go. It's after 7
I need
here.
to. I'm gonna go get food.
Sheep to bed hour is upon us.
Man, Jackie was going to join in, but she couldn't figure out how, and I haven't heard from her. But I assume it's because she's still busy.
Is it hard to copy a website like someone else's website?
It depends.
Well, yeah.
What website is it? One you own?
No.
Jackie?
Oh, so you're like, I want my website to look just like that, but different.
Like, yeah, the functionality, but change like the graphics and the wording and all that.
Yeah, send me a link, and I can, if you want, I can get it to somebody to give you a bid.
Not really. Yeah, I'm just wondering ballpark, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it just depends on how complicated
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you own it and it's WordPress, then you can just copy it.
So, Nicole, it's probably not a bad idea to go ahead right now and go buy the domain Living Free in My RVIC before somebody else does.
Something like that. I wish I would have named myself the Living Free Podcast, but that horse was out of the barn, and now they don't even put out episodes. I'm like, maybe they need to sell me that.
They around and found out.
They do need to give you that or sell it to you.
Yeah, we tried to buy LFTN.com, and they want $38,000 for it.
Whoa!
And I was like, I'll give you $1,200.
Why do you think I about shit myself when I realized RenegadeButcher.com was like available? And
no way.
I'm like,
how did Tim get Canadian Coffee Company?
How many people fucking make coffee in Canada?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe when Agorist Attorney was available
in Canada.
Like, Agorist Attorney is good. It's super easy. You need to team up with Agorist tax advice and do a package deal.
I couldn't believe when that thing was available. I just bought it. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need like Agorist, not fucking legaleselube.com.
Yeah. I just taught a project manager legal class in Mexico last week, which is why I'm not awake, because it was a lot of tequila for over 3 days. And I had to give the whole spiel about like
program down here, yo.
Yeah. I had to give the spiel about how, the company likes court, but listen, this is a reality. Private is the way to go. Stay out of court. It was funny. They were laughing. But it was, I was in Monterrey, Mexico. I've never been there. It was really fun.
Oh, I bet. That sounds cool. Okay, guys, yeah, I got a motor.
I gotta go eat.
Good to catch up. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I try to learn one lightning thing every time I hop on this show.
There you go.
This one's going to take homework.
Shoot me a message if you got any questions. I'll try to help.
Okay.
Or we might send you to a porn site.
Yeah, we might send you to a porn site. Don't click enter. All I'm saying. Bad idea.
I gotta fix it.
Later. Have a good one, you guys.
Later, y'all. Oh shit.
Dude, did you hear Carson's song today?
Dude, I was fucking dying.
So we ran to the Dollar General.
He was so late to the game. I'm like, God, this is not the time. But that's fucking great. That's great.
We ran to the Dollar General. And we got shit in the back of our truck, and I was like, parking lot was packed, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I'm not
bro,
leaving all this shit.
they're everywhere. They're like a cancer.
Oh yeah, everywhere. And so I'm sitting in the truck and I got the windows down. Corey's running in to get shit, and I'm listening to that, and I just start fucking cracking up. I look over and there's some dude in the car, a couple down. But yeah.
He's looking at you like, what the fuck are you laughing about?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude, that's great. That's great. Now I was listening to. I was on my way here. I had like errands to run before I got situated because I was like, man, I gotta start this shit tonight. And I'm going, dude. Either he's gonna love this shit or he's gonna be like pissed as fuck because you haven't heard how things went bad. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but that was awesome. I'm like, I applaud your effort, but we need like the death metal. These fuckers need to die version right now. Come on with it,
Corey. So I did that, and then I went on. They had us cancel our auto payment on our mortgage that's due tomorrow, and so I went back on to Chase to turn it back on, and they had deleted my bank account out. So
really?
that I had linked to have the auto payment for the last 8 years. So when I turned it off, it deleted the bank account out. So I go to add the account, and it says, this account is linked to too many profiles. I only have one profile. And it deleted from
You gotta manually pay the motherfucker.
So
like,
I'm like,
rubbing salt in the wound.
So I'm like, what the fuck? And so I call customer support, and that was just an absolute fucking nightmare. Corey's on the direct to manager list because their customer service is so bad, and she's had to call them a few times, and like literally is on the straight to manager. They told her, ma'am, you will be transferred directly to a manager next time you call.
That's a list. They have a Karen list. They have a
Karen list.
Oh, that's great. It's awesome.
Oh, there's a reason. They're horrible.
Oh, I get it. Because that's the problem. The only reason. See,
we had to ask them 4 times to change the amount of our payment to be more than the minimum due. They wouldn't change it.
Like, seriously, controversial opinion. People will argue me on this, but the reason that the Karen stereotype exists is because corporations have got to the point where they will fuck around so much they finally found out, but they don't like it. Yeah. So they want to fucking start a social media campaign. Well, I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. There are motherfucking crazy ass bitches out there who will start shit over anything. You've seen them have like seizures at a gas station over this shit. But the reason customer service has to be what it is today is because there are so many fucking people who have been pissed because people get fucked over. If we actually treated customers right and weren't so centralized, guess what? We wouldn't have this problem. Not to this level. You don't cuss out a guy you could fucking sit there and you know his middle name. The guy you watched grow up. The guy you have to like live fucking 10 houses down from. You don't cuss him out. His life sucks. But nobody's connected anymore. Nobody's fucking a part of a network. And here we are. Nobody wants to have to deal with a bank that has 30 people that work for it. And you may not meet the same person twice.
Oh, fuck no.
No, fuck that shit. But we don't have a choice.
And that's the thing is, like, Corey and I were talking is every single house we've bought together and the one I bought before I knew her has been an absolute fucking shit show in one way or another. And it all revolved around fucking banks. It was always
industry itself. Yeah. It's built around
me. And once this is done, the only property I'm fucking buying is cash, and it'll be raw land. There won't be any fucking bullshit. And I'll put something on it.
Exactly.
I'm done dealing with other people and banks. And once the bank comes involved, it's just a fucking shit show.
It always is. The bank is no different than government. And honestly, it may be the same.
And it was the bank that was buying this property. I couldn't fucking believe that they thought that they could do this.
Well, on paper, yeah, it makes sense. In reality, no. Nobody with a fucking right mind would have done shit. But you think the people who are signing the papers at the bank have a fucking clue about what putting drywall on a wall means? They don't know. They don't have a fucking clue. They don't have an idea. They just want numbers. It's all a numbers game. The glorified fucking calculators. It's all they see all day, every day. They have no idea. They don't know what means. Like 37% of the fucking house needs wall coverings and blah, blah, blah. They don't know what that means when they sign those fucking signatures on that paper. They've never seen it. They don't care. You think they opened the emails and read and saw the pictures, gave a shit? No. They see 17 of those a day. That's the problem. You have people who don't have any skin in the game making decisions on other people's lives.
Well, no, I mean the bigger problem is they weren't in a position to buy this house.
They were in a position to sell their house apparently, but that
somebody that was in the proper position to buy a house would have made an offer, and when the appraiser said you need to put sheetrock up, they would have fucking called a contractor and got it done, because they would have the funds to buy the fucking house and maintain it. It's not like they're coming to this house and it's done.
No. If you buy something that is as is or needs work as a project and you see that and you don't get it and your loan officer
what they saw is a 35-acre property underpriced. But it's underpriced for a reason, because you got to dump another 60 into it.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, if your loan officer is saying, look, we're only going to loan you money for a finished house, and you're entertaining offers and looking at places that need work, if you don't have the cash to pony up to get it done, and you don't have the skills behind it, stop bidding on shit.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and my house needs even more than what the loan officer required, because they were only buying at the price that I'm selling, and that's why I'm selling it, because I don't want to sell something that needs a construction loan or something like that. They can get a construction loan on top of
price, right? But at the same time, if they can't meet that low price because they know how to do it or can meet the bank's demands in the time requisite, they have no business fucking bidding on the
they would have absolutely.
Hold on, Jackie's here. Holy shit. How long has she been chilling? Whoa! Hey,
going on?
Hope you didn't have to wait too long. I just noticed you're down there.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You look like you've been
sweet. Oh man, it was a good class. It's like 9,000 degrees in there.
How many skulls do you like crush with your bare hands?
What was that?
How many skulls did you crush with your bare hands?
I wear gloves.
Okay. How many skulls did you crush with your gloves?
Like 90.
Damn. Cool. Oh, so anyway, nobody who's seen this shit before, Jackie is from Road to Autonomy magazine, and was recently interviewed over on the Scramblin' University, and should check that shit out. But welcome to the podcast. We just bullshit here and talk crap. So there's no
I like
rules.
to bullshit and talk shit.
Yeah.
I like no rules. It's all good
I
times.
was talking a bunch of shit about the people that fucked me over.
Yeah. So fuck around and find out.
Heavy.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out for real.
Well, they
how's that going, by the way?
Oh, they canceled the purchase agreement today.
For fuck's sake.
They pushed out because they couldn't do it.
Yeah, they attempted to drywall my house and absolutely fucking butchered it. And then I told them that they are not going to be doing that anymore, and they need to hire somebody. And then they played some bullshit games for a couple days and canceled it today.
As a butcher, I'm offended. I would never do that to your house.
That's fucked up. So they started fucking with your house before they even bought it?
Well, they got it. They put an offer in. The bank sent the appraiser out and said that they needed drywall on the two rooms. They had to finish them before that they would close, because it was a bank rule or some bullshit that they all had to have
The
walls.
sale was contingent on it having walls finished.
Yeah. So they said, "Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna get this done." We were closing a week later, and I assumed that they were hiring somebody to do it. and then they tried to do it themselves, and they absolutely butchered it. They didn't even finish one of the 2 rooms by Sunday. And I was like, yo, no, you're not working on this shit anymore. You got to hire somebody. So they said they were going to hire somebody. They came and grabbed their shit last night and then canceled the work order, the purchase agreement today. And they were going to give me the earnest money and asked what would make it better. And I said, double the fucking earnest money and get the fuck out of my life.
And a blowjob.
Well, make it better.
No, I watched them go in and out of my house, and they were, no.
What? Not your type?
No.
I'm not going anywhere near that.
It's not your thing.
They told the loan officer. They told the loan officer they couldn't finish the drywall because they got COVID.
From jacking each other off.
Well, they were cutting drywall in my fucking house with a skill saw. So
they found
there's
a bat in the attic
everywhere.
and fucking what? Like seriously.
So I got to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, COVID, but we showed up and took all your tools and shit and left the house covered in fucking drywall dust.
Well, they swept.
Lost it to COVID.
They
Oh,
swept.
they swept. Did they sweep all the COVID off at all the services they touched?
Right.
And they showed up after they got fucking diagnosed with COVID. And they showed up and took all their tools and shit. Did they sweep the fucking everything they breathed on with their
Dude,
fucking...
they put Klondike bars in my fridge.
Klondike bars? You mean COVID bars?
COVID, yeah, Koofus bars.
God damn, oh no. No, we've said
I go in there on
Oh,
Sunday
God.
night after they left. After the whole 4 of them left, and I opened the fridge, and there's fucking 3 Klondike bars in a package in the fridge, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I like poke them, and they're all fucking melted.
And you're looking at this going, what would I do for a Klondike bar? I would
Absolutely not drywall 2 rooms.
I would put dicks I don't even own into fucking orifices that are yours. That's what I would do.
Oh.
That's what I would
They
do.
left their scabby Band-Aid on my bathroom floor. when they were using the fucking skill saw or something, they got a fucking bloody. They cut themselves or something, and they got blood all over this fucking.
Blood. So DNA evidence.
They left it on my fucking bathroom floor. The shitty fucking bloody tissue paper all over my fucking bathroom floor. They left their Koofus fucking blood on my floor.
Are you sure they didn't put an offer in on your house just to murder somebody and fucking leave it on you? Are you sure?
They might be behind the drywall.
Get it tested. I'm saying, who cuts drywall? Okay, Jackie, I don't know if you know anything about drywall, but who cuts drywall?
I work in construction, man.
A skill saw. Who cuts it with a skill saw? All of it.
Clearly someone, well, I've seen the pictures, so that's not a fair question. I've seen the pictures that Brian put up, so I know who cuts drywall with a skill saw.
They left joints. Left joints in the air between fucking studs, not on the studs.
Oh yeah, I can walk around. I'm gonna do some TikToks about it because now that we signed the cancellation agreement, I haven't quite signed it yet, but
I don't do drywall anymore. I'm a butcher, but my God, I want to kill someone right now just because of that. Not because of what they did to Brian. That just doubles it up.
Yeah, I think my 10-year-old and my dog could probably do that better and faster.
The dog could do it shitting on the wall than what they put up.
Uh-oh.
She went away. She says they have no internet out there. They have no water. They get like 8 inches of water a year.
She's like out in the high desert, isn't she?
Fuck, dude. Here she is. Yeah,
I duck out from time to time.
Your internet sucks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So now I got guys I got calling a bunch of fucking guys to see if they'll come and do my shit fucking for cash after hours. Knock it out. Got to be good, not great. Like you gotta have a few beers while you do it and you fuck some shit up. I mean, whatever. It's just got to be covered. Then I'll be able to sell it to anybody.
Now, you're gonna have guys text you and be like, "Hey man, you got any of that shit?" No, I ain't got none of that shit. But it's what it took to get the shit done.
Yep.
Do you know where those people are? Like who those people are? Like their contract? Did they disclose their phone number and address?
I know their names.
Well, I might have asked that a little bit earlier, and said, "Don't tell me publicly."
Yeah, maybe tell us publicly.
Yeah,
And just let the
I don't know,
universe
you
sort
may
it
wanna
out.
keep- may want to keep some level of plausible deniability. I don't know.
I feel like karma's alive and well, and plausible deniability is I don't know who heard the podcast.
Karma is alive.
Nobody's
and well,
listening
but
to it at the moment.
Karma might put you in jail. Plausible deniability will fuck you in the ass. So yeah, I'm like, tell the right people.
They
Tell
did.
the right-
They did retain an attorney.
Now I will say, if you're the right person, message the Lots Project or info@thelotsproject.com.
It's a private server. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. Send an email. They will take care of it. If they can't communicate privately, I will let them find a way.
I do send smoke signals.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I do live like
Groundhog
3/4
signal.
of a mile from the reservation, so I mean, I could take a drive and find some people that'll just enjoy themselves. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough up there. I wouldn't go there alone. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's good people to make friends with.
Yes,
I'll put it that
absolutely.
way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, really good people.
I did a lot of work on their gas stations and stuff, so I got a lot of friendlies up there. That's
We
never
get a few of
bad
them
thing.
out here too. And like we're in that conservative third world country, except for the reservations. And
So we had
that's where-
to I had to have like the maintenance guy with me, like the store maintenance guy with me to kind of give me the okay, like when customers would roll in, like the hardcore guys, and he would like just be like, yeah, he's good. And I live right here, so I kind of got recognized, I guess. So it's always nice.
You know.
I still don't like to go fuck around because I just don't do that.
You don't want to find out.
Right. Stupid things in stupid places with stupid people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just telling my kid the other day I could benefit from an ass kicking, so maybe I should be the one that fucks around.
Oh shit!
It's been a
Depends on the
long
kind
time.
of ass kicking.
It's been a
It's
long
been a
time since I
while.
got in a fight. And I get an itch every once in a while, but we used to do
Wasn't
it for
that
fun
long
when I was
ago?
growing up. So
I think it might have been right when you were entertaining the first buyer. You had said that to me. You're like, man, it's been a bit. I could really use. Yeah, I bet you could really use it right now. Like,
I mean, it's 6'5", 250. I mean, if I went down and went to the local bar in town and had about a fucking 4 or 5 Crown on the rocks, we'd have a good fucking night.
I just need oxygen.
I'd be in jail in the morning, but we'd have a good fucking night.
dude, I'm like 6'2", 185, so I have to be fucking crazy. What's that tell you?
Well, see,
But
I
I'll
got
still
really
fuck
good at fighting. When you
find
walk
out.
into a bar at 6'5", everybody wants to fucking jack you up. So you
Oh,
just
yeah.
end up getting in fights.
You want to prove something, because usually the guys who are like 6'5", 6'7", they're like lazy as shit. They're like, whatever, fucking
I just
bounce
don't want to
off me. I
fucking
don't
deal
give
with
a
it.
fuck. I just want to go to work tomorrow. You know, they don't give a shit, but they're trying to prove to all their little, like tiny little dick buddies. Look at me, I'm a badass. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, just fuck them up and go back to drinking.
Yep. Like
Make
pick them up
friends
on the
with the
fucking top of
bouncers
their
at the
head
places
and
you
talk.
go, and then they just get fucking sloughed off, and the bouncers carry them away and
Yeah, you
keep
know.
drinking.
That little half flick of the wrist and they go flying against the wall. You know,
Not quite. I mean, I'm not
like
that
the fucking
big.
ogre you are, you know.
Funny.
I actually had to turn around and put my beer down. Give me a break.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me put
I
this
like
shit
that.
down.
Here, hold my beer.
Right? Don't let me hold my beer, just watch it.
Watch my
Make
beer.
sure I don't spill it. If you see it starting to tip, grab it from me, would you?
Yeah, for sure. If you catch a sip of that shit, you owe me.
Another chew beer.
Fuck.
Oh fuck, dude. No, that's what we do. We show up here and bullshit, pretty much. We had 2 or 3 of us pop in here earlier and talk shit.
4. We had
Well,
4.
no, not counting you and me. Wasn't like 4 more than us, was it?
It was you and me and Nicole and Patty. That's 4.
Yeah. So 4, not counting us, right? Yeah. No, it was like 2 or 3.
Why don't we count? Are we insignificant because we have wieners?
I don't count me. No, we don't. We don't. Men don't count. Welcome to 2022. You're welcome. It's the world we live in. We're nothing.
I don't want to live in that world. Women are bitches.
They call us the breeders.
My wife hates women. She absolutely hates women.
I don't hate them, but they generally don't like me either.
Well, yeah, she doesn't get a lot. She doesn't understand their ways. Let's just put it that way.
I don't either. I think anything that bleeds for more than 7 days should be shot and killed.
I'm glad I'm not the only lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Do you like my hat?
Yes.
I wonder who those were.
For a second night in a row, or a second week in a row, just because.
Yes. No, second night in a row. You were doing it the other night. Yeah, that's badass. I love the hat.
So I put it on. The last week, and then it was on my hat, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And we went to go to dinner with the in-laws for the last before we were going to close. And so we're sitting there, we're taking pictures and stuff. We took a picture when we were taking the closing papers from in front of the house before we took the closing papers to mail them. We were looking at the pictures later, and Corey's like, "You have that fucking patch on in the goddamn pictures."
She's like, "God damn it! I'm gonna have to Photoshop that out of everything I ever post on Facebook."
Oh, it's gonna be in the family Christmas card picture.
Yes, good. So they all know when to fuck around and find out.
Oh, her mom will never fucking notice. It's gonna say "fart on a dick" in the fucking Christmas card picture.
That is going down to that is gonna be found on like the fucking 1,000 years from now, Ancestry.com registry. A picture of you with a hat on that says "fart on a dick." Yes. They were like, I believe this had like historical religious significance to the people in that day. There's going to be like, there will be poetry written about it.
Poetry.
Oh, absolutely.
He laid the gas upon the shaft.
Oh, shit. A part of early 2000s history. Our ancestry.
That's how you got monkeypox.
Damn. Back in the monkeypox epidemic, they had very interesting values. Here's some poetry based on hat emblems of the day.
Oh, yeah.
God.
That'd be
you look
priceless.
at some of the shit now that they see in museums where their opinions are of some of the shit we have that still survives. Do you ever think about it and go, man, what if that's just some like random fucking, what if that was like their equivalent of a meme? And we base our whole view of their society based on the like, I don't know, like Falcon Punch meme.
Oh, dude, we would pick up like rocks in the parking lot and different shit we'd find in our locker, paper clips and shit. We'd throw it in the time capsule.
Probably.
When we did a time capsule for our senior year and all this shit, they had them at the school all around this big fucking field. And so
tell me somebody somewhere.
They really had those in real life?
Yeah.
I thought those were just in movies.
No, it's fucking retarded. I hated it.
I've lived in 2 different towns where they've opened them. And I've always wondered, like, has somebody ever in real life shit in a time capsule? Like, I would. That is something I would do. I'll be like, look, dude, if I want anything preserved for all time, like somebody's going to open up this one day, I want to know, like, in 30 years,
we tried
mailing
farts in jars back and forth.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, who did you mail it to?
My best friend in Michigan.
Oh, yeah. It was my buddy. I sent him a text one time. I said, hey, if I ever sent you an empty jar, would you open it? And he's like, yeah. So I fucking farted in the jar and sent it to him. And he gets the jar. He goes, should I open it? I'm like, yeah, tell me if it stinks. And he opens it. He's like, holy shit.
Oh, all right. So, Jackie, what was your reaction?
Sit up.
What was the reaction, Jackie? We got to know. I haven't done this. Maybe.
Yeah, it works. It works if your timing is good and you can get the lid on fast enough.
That's the key.
But yeah.
Any ideas on technique? Is there like a certain like method you use, or?
Well, you
have to be prepared.
You have to have something with a lot of flatulence, so you have a lot of flatulence, and then you should really try to cap it midstream, like pull it off and throw the cap
2
on.
Pizza Hut pizzas with like ample hot sauce. We're talking here.
If you could get a partner,
like 4 to 5 beers.
Okay. I wish I had a partner. Yeah, that would have made it a lot easier. Trying to like reach behind you and get a lid on real fast after you like shit in the jar.
See, I was wondering if you could use some sort of hose setup with a seal on it, and then you could like tie it off,
like a reverse catheter in a way.
Yeah. Here's my problem with the hose. My problem with the hose, and I speak from experience with weed concentrate, is a lot of it gets stuck in the hose. So like, I feel like that fart's gonna hang out in the hose.
No, I'm talking like a big 2-inch, like for the pool filter. So then you could just like maybe blow it in.
I feel like that might be my problem with hose, even the big 2-inch type. No matter how much you blow it in, they always end up stuck with all your money, like she was talking about. So,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy used to inhale farts and blow them at people.
Well, that's true.
Oh no, he wouldn't.
My question:
he wouldn't taste it. He did it, and I was gross. I was like, dude, that's the fucking grossest thing I've ever seen. And he would do it at like campfires. And I tried it one time. You don't taste it, and you can smell it when you blow it across the room.
Well, that's bad. So, does a funnel with like a hose help, or is it like a hindrance? Is it just too much bullshit, like literally, or
too much
like
bullshit?
If you have a funnel that fits your ass and like a good flexible hose into the jar, does it make life easier, or is it just too much? Too much shit.
I think I might open a website selling my farts in jars and mailing them people.
You probably could. I mean, there was a girl who did that.
Didn't a girl? I feel like a YouTube did that, and she got like $100,000 doing it.
Yeah, no,
she
didn't
smell like their bathwater.
Doing the bathwater, yeah, for sure. Because she had like blue hair and she looked like a child. So yeah.
BuyMyFarts.com.
Yeah, right.
BuyMyFarts.com.
I wonder if you could do it in a plastic bag. You could do it in a plastic bag and like vacuum seal it, and then when you get it, and people you have them pop it.
Yeah.
I like how fucking she should have explained she's on a podcast. Like, why are you talking about fart?
Maybe not sharding, but farting.
Oh, I sharded in a jar and sent it to you.
All right, who's gonna check shartjar.com right now?
Shartjar.com. I bet it's ittybitty.com.
That was ittybitty.tips.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's dying. She's like, why? Why is it porn? I'm like, I don't know, because it's not ittybitty.com.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Oh, I never checked that, but that's great.
Typos.
I mean, it might be the best typo ever. I'm down with it. I'm going
to slip and say that on my show sometime.
Do it.
ittybitty.com/free.
They'll love it. You'll get so many tips. You'll get like 3 guys off.
Rachel will go. We got to get Rachel to go.
Oh, yeah, she will. She'll do it. She's probably like mocking right now. Let me check the fucking like chats. Is she there?
Oh, yeah. Was anybody over here?
She's got to be somewhere. You know she is. If not, she's probably playing. You know what? She might be playing pool. It might be like tube tops and fucking pool cue night. Who knows?
Tube tops and pool cues.
Is it the you got that stick?
Like robot.
Hey, I hope
we have the shittiest internet in this fucking town.
I hope you don't have anybody who's like listening that's like under like 16 because we're foul.
Like, 16.
I'm being gracious, like not the like foul, like poultry foul, but no, she jumped out, so maybe not. I don't know. Well, we might be corrupting like 12-year-old children. Who knows?
Perfect. Fart on a dick.
Perfect.
Fart on a dick. Don't fuck people over in your life, and you'll be ahead.
Exactly. Don't be a dick, even if you don't have one. And you good.
I mean, I don't think I was unreasonable.
No, you definitely. If anything, you should be doing some shit you ain't doing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I don't even
I need all the good juju I can
honestly
get.
don't know what I would do in your situation. I would probably lose my fucking mind.
Oh, well, I took off, so I dealt with Chase, and they fucking suck balls, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking hung up because the girl's like, I was like, fine, I don't want you to mail me fucking ACH paperwork to reset up the fucking shit that are. She's like,
No.
Okay, well, do you want to pay over the phone? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, I need your bank account routing number. I said, you fucking have it. I had it when it had an auto payment.
You fucking have it. You're my bank.
She goes, well, you don't need to yell at me. And if you're going to yell at me, we're going to end this. I said, fine, I'll fucking call back later and pay it over the phone. She's like, have a good day, sir.
I'll pay online, motherfucker.
And I'm like flexing my hands and rolling my neck and shit. And I looked at Corey and I said, I need to go for a walk. And I came back to the camper in a little bit. She thought I went and fucking trashed the drywall.
Oh, hold on. We got a chat here about tube top. Rachel just said she just pulled this up and she's getting chat about tube tops and pool cue. No, we have not talked about you the whole fucking time. We just wish you would fucking chime in now and then.
Hello, Rachel.
You gotta start your shit. Come on now. Come on in. I will send you. Scrambling in here. I will send you. I will get the shit set up. You can come in. You want to be on the show?
You don't even have to look at him because it's dark.
I mean, we'll get it going. I'm like a butcher in the dark. It's that bad.
Come on, Rachel. Come on.
We can use your help. Come on now. We lost everybody else.
You're the only one watching.
We have like one viewer halfway through the show. Like past halfway through the show. Like I have to wrap this shit up and get rolling pretty soon.
Is she going to come on?
I doubt it. She's not going to respond. I'll send her shit if she wants to.
Yeah. I should probably go.
Here's Jackie, and there's Jackie. Hey.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, I made it home. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
Did you have a heart-to-heart about farting in jars?
No, but my kid is super into farts, so she really enjoyed the conversation.
Oh, nice. Good.
Farts are cool.
That's how you know you've done it right. I mean, you can't fart in a jar. You can't fart in someone's heart.
I wanna actually digress a little bit back to your friend that sucks farts out with his mouth and blows them at people. Can we talk about that a little bit more?
Let's go on back to that. Yeah, let's circle back.
I want to know: did he make an airtight seal around someone else's asshole and inhale, or suck it in?
No. He would sit in a camping chair and fart in front, and then.
Wow, I feel like my dog does that, but I didn't know people could do that.
Sorry, I'm dying.
He's a different breed for sure. I do have to admit, one night when I was hammered, I had about a half a bottle of Crown Royal in me, and I actually tried it. And it worked.
How did it work?
It worked great.
From the dog or you?
From me.
Who did you blow it at?
Friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's like big love. Like,
yeah, no,
smells my inside.
I was just like, and I just looked over and I went, and he's like, what the fuck was that?
That, my friend, is our friendship moving to the next level.
that was my ass there, and it came out of my mouth. It came over to your nose.
That's so gross.
No,
super gross.
They say you can't be more than friends. Fuck. Woo. Who's
gonna be today?
Blood Brothers.
That's a bond. That is a bond you cannot break.
I'm pretty
with
sure
words.
that's how you get monkeypox, though.
I think so. It might be, but it's still a bond. It's a bond.
Hashtag worth it.
Man. Memories, life experiences. You just can't
Can't
replace
print that on a
Your
t-shirt.
daughter's in her room going,
I mean, you can, but you will be fucking banned from every social media platform that sees it.
she's blowing it into jars and sending it to her friends.
Rachel's over
Yeah.
there like, fuck, she's printing tissues right now. I got monkeypox from an ass jar, and nobody's buying them.
She asked me this morning, can you get pink eye if someone farts on your pillow?
Wait, she asked you that? Do you know her?
This morning.
So,
Okay. Yeah. How
I
timely
have
this
this
conversation.
bracelet. Have you ever seen the South Park where they smell their own farts? They're
No.
They're like the Prius owners all got together and
Oh,
they were like,
shit,
they
yes.
smell their own farts, and so they have wine glasses and they're farting into the wine glasses and smelling it like
they're,
wine and stuff. It's
Smelling
fucking
it.
hilarious. So my buddy and I,
Like
at this
much
job
odors.
I'm at, we got our headquarters is in Fargo, and they're just a bunch of fucking twats, just morons, and they run their business like horse shit, and they're all like snobby and all this shit. And so this other tech and I were joking, and we're like, oh, all they do is sit around in Fargo and smell their own farts and all this shit. And the next day we get an email that one of the schedulers is like, yeah, I'm not coming in today. I have pink eye. And we read it at the same time, and we just lost it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In the eye. Oh shit!
It could have
Pardon
better
me,
fucking timing. I was like,
Wait, oh
oh.
shit! It'd be like a perfect country music song too. Like, I got farted in my eye in Fargo.
I went
Oh my
to the
God.
titty bar in Fargo, took a fuffer right in the
Fart
eye.
right in the eye. I had pink eye, couldn't go to the office. It's so bad I could cry from my other eye.
If my eye would open.
Fuck, dude. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Ugh.
I hate my brain sometimes, but goddamn.
This
Right.
is the same company that the girl had Pooh Baby.
Pooh Baby? Oh, the same one. Pooh Baby. Tell her about Pooh Baby.
Pooh Baby was the
Hear
same
it.
one that got pink eye.
Pooh Baby Pink Eye. All right. Fill her in.
So
Fill her
I had
in.
a coworker. She was a scheduler in Fargo. I mean, she wasn't a small girl. I mean, she was pretty fat. But she
She wasn't a small girl, but she was that Pooh girl.
My buddy sends me a text. He's like, dude, check this shit out. He sends me a Facebook post. She was in the fucking hospital with a baby in her arm. She didn't know she was pregnant.
No way. I've
She
heard
was
about
like-
that. Like,
No,
oh,
I
gee.
didn't. How did that happen?
30, what was it? Like 30, it was full term baby. It was like 32-week-old baby. Huh? 28 weeks? 38 weeks.
Does it matter?
Wow.
And
Oh.
it was
Yeah,
fine.
it mattered.
It was fine. I guess she has like some inverted uterus or something, and she wasn't supposed to be able to have kids. But how
Now
the
you
fuck
mean 5 hours?
do you go 9 months with a living thing and you don't know it's there? I was like, oh, it was almost a 10-pound baby.
Holy
And
shit.
I'm like, what the fuck did you think it was? Like a big turd? It must have been. It was. That's why I called it the Pooh Baby.
How much
But a turd
Totino
doesn't come out of your
eat?
vagina.
Well, they had a
hope
C-section,
not.
but she finally went and they gave her an ultrasound, and they're like, "Well, you're pregnant."
Well,
She
she's
had
like,
been
well,
in
I
and out
did
of the
have an
doctor
extra
for
biscuit.
months. Couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. Couldn't figure out. And
Man,
I'm
I
like,
haven't had
okay,
sex in
I'm
like
like, how did they
9
not
and
give
a
her a
half
pregnancy test? My wife had gallbladder issues, and she went to the doctor when she had her period, and they made her take a fucking pregnancy test.
Your story.
How does this girl go to the doctor for 9 months and not know she's not fucking pregnant?
No shit.
And then has a 10-pound Pooh Baby.
You see it all the time, though. There are fucking dumbasses who do not understand. I'm like,
And then she posted
Look,
it on Facebook.
when they put your penis in the vagina and the pudding comes out, you could have babies. That's how it works. Do they not teach you in this shit? We pay a bunch of
Nuh-uh.
money to the government to tell you this shit, but they don't tell you because I'm sorry, it's not just vagina owners that have babies, apparently. But what the fuck?
My neighbor's gay kids have a baby.
How old are they?
Like 40.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, sure. They probably do by accident.
Like,
No, they adopted it. They had a surrogate
Oh,
mother.
okay,
Weird relationship that the surrogate mother like hangs out with
You're
them all
not
the time.
going to actually produce a child unless certain things happen, and it requires the male and the female versions of the species. Now,
I'm curious. They had this surrogate mother, and I'm curious if they like blended their goo to like see who like roulette wheel on who the kid was going to be.
But so okay, Rachel Brown posts over here. Apparently, there was never a link put up where she could find the show on I'm a Genius. Is that true? Was there no link? How did you guys find the show? I mean,
you sent me a link when I told you I couldn't get on the show because I didn't know how.
Yeah. But you're like scrambling into female version. That's different.
That's all right.
I posted two different links. In fact, you can actually watch the show from the tip link that I posted in 3 different places. You can watch the show live on that. I made a special link for the tipping.
I think I only had a YouTube link.
You go like YouTube. There's a YouTube link. There's you can watch it on Telegram and like Odyssey, and
it's
I
so
don't know.
weird talking to a black screen.
Really running the show, and you can watch it from. You can watch it from here. In fact, you know what? I asked her to be on the show a couple times, and she said no. I could like send her a link to be on the show if she wanted to.
Rachel, yeah, she will never.
You want to be on the show? Like Rachel, if you want to be on the show, I will send you a link right now. You can be on the show.
She's too much of a wuss.
I don't know. I think she likes to talk crap to us on our shows, but she won't actually come on the show. She should be on like RTA because it'd be like woman to woman. She'd be all
I'd
right.
love to have her on RTA.
No, you wouldn't.
Do it. Yeah, you
Why
sure?
wouldn't I?
We like to give her shit. She gives us shit. She's like the female version of us, but she's scared to face.
What is she afraid of?
I don't know. Ask her.
No one's asked what she's afraid of.
Ask her.
Rachel, what are you afraid of?
I don't know who she is, so I
She's
can't.
gonna say
her.
absolutely nothing.
She likes to show up and give us shit. She like runs forklifts, but she's scared of like talking to me and Brian online because apparently we're like the same person or some shit.
And she has a problem that I like poo gifs.
Or you show feet too
What?
much.
I like poo gifs.
What's a poo gift? You send people poop?
Well, it's like a gift, like on Telegram,
Oh,
like when you post a
Oh, gift, not
Yeah.
gift.
Like,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
gift. But ones with like things pooping or like poo piles or Mr. Hanky, like.
I love poo gifts. I use them often also.
I mean, that's how you express yourself most of the time.
I mean,
is with poo.
sometimes
With
you gotta-
poop. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta give people shit. I mean,
See
literally.
that right there, Rachel Brown. He has a poo obsession.
Yes, he does.
So
I
what?
think he's scared.
Wait,
Everybody
her last
does
name
it.
is Brown?
So
Rachel
here's
Brown,
her last name is Brown.
just like
Yes!
Bomber.
Yes,
Deuce.
Jackie wins the internet. Her last name is Brown, and she's scared of poop.
Sorry,
Oh,
Rachel. I didn't mean to add to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm dead. Still don't see a link. Not even pull. Do you want the link to join or to see it on YouTube? Because if you follow
Josh,
us
do
on
you know
YouTube,
sign
you see it.
language?
I know sign language. I know that for damn sure. Jackie knows more languages than me, and if you don't know that in sign languages, holy shit!
I only know this, and
That is sign language in 17 different languages.
I
number up.
want.
It might be
fucking.
all of them. I want it in the ass. Might be the only way you could equate that, other than I'm going to take a shit.
I want sex. Right? I
don't know that you
want.
can be in a dangerous situation.
I
What's
want
happening?
milk. Bird, giraffe, fish, dog.
Giraffe?
I know some sign
I would
language.
like to
Yeah.
eat your giraffe
Milk.
milk.
I want sex with a giraffe with some milk. That's not weird.
What?
Hey,
What?
whatever.
What's happening? What's going on? This
Keep
is
it
not
behind
the
your
stuff I'm
fence.
trying on to.
She's got some weird shit going on over there. There was a milk truck that rolled up. A circus is in town.
Giraffe dicks milk.
It's in a
I don't know.
giraffe.
Is this the real life? Is this just giraffe dick?
Gotta go with it.
You'll never join in, Rachel. You'll never join in. You'll never join in.
I don't know if you wanted.
Hey, Josh, how long did it take you to grow that shit out of your chin?
Oh, in the dark?
How long did it take to grow out?
Well, I have had to trim some fucking like split ends and shit. I will do that like twice. But I've been growing this stuff, not really trimming it other than damaged hair for about 2.5, 3 years, roughly. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I will trim it where it needs it, but yeah, 2.5, 3, maybe 4. So it takes a while.
Corey would absolutely kill me if I shaved this off right now. Like,
I thought you were going to say she would
like murder.
No.
Hey, did you see that?
You know what? Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good. Ugh. Ow. Damn. Been there, but ow.
Workplace injury.
Yep.
I didn't even report it. I showed my boss today. He's like, "What the fuck happened to your finger?" I was like, "I don't know. I smashed the shit out of it the other day." He's like, "At work?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why didn't you report it?" I go, "Because I'm not a fucking pussy."
Because I don't work for the union? You goddamn motherfucker.
He's like, "Well, you didn't even go home?" I said, "No, I finished the fucking job."
Like,
and then I went and did 2 more, and then I went home
and
put ice on it. It's just
like
a smashed finger.
Bitch. All right, we're gonna see. I direct message Rachel, who has apparently feels the need for vodka with the information.
That was my workplace injury.
Who did you jack off too much?
Yeah, right. I was doing dishes. Right? I can't. Where's my camera? Where is it?
I see it. It's narrow because there's too many heads.
Is it like a U-shaped cut on the side of your knuckle?
Yeah, I was doing dishes, and it happened. Here it is.
Broken glass.
I got 10 stitches in that motherfucker.
Ooh.
10? 10?
10 stitches.
I cut half my thumb off with a table saw. I didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, I had to get 10 stitches because I basically filleted it open and cut all the tendons and muscles to the bone.
Yeah, dude, ouch.
Yeah, there was no point in me going to the doctor because there was nothing left of it. Like, I ran it on the blade of the table saw, and it was just, like, exploded, gone. I'm like, what the fuck are they going to stick? There's nothing they're going to do except bandage it. And so my wife scrubbed it with a fucking toothbrush while I bit on a fucking belt and cried my brains out like a little bitch. Yeah.
That happened there, too.
She showed the lady, she works at a hospital. She schedules at a hospital. She showed the head of like the EC center all the pictures we were taking every day. And she's like, well, what would you have done at the hospital? She goes, exactly what you did, except we would have gave him a lidocaine shot to make it a little easier.
So in other words, we would have done exactly what you did, but they would have been more of a little bitch the whole time.
He wouldn't have needed the belt.
Right? Bite down on this.
Hey, it worked. I went to work the next day too. Big
They
old
complimented my duct tape
fan.
job.
Well, Rachel Brown over here keeps saying, stop challenging me to join Fucktard. She has the join link in her private DMs from me. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, she won't be on.
Yeah, probably not.
It's probably the night she's supposed to wash her tube top. She doesn't have any clean.
I'm too tired. I have to work in Pennsylvania, and it's cold.
No, she needs to wash her tube top. She doesn't have a clean one because pool night's
You're
tomorrow.
right. Friday night's coming up day after tomorrow, and I have to make sure I grease the fucking the pool cue well enough.
Grease the old pool cue.
Is that slang for masturbate?
Grease the pool.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think
For
she
her or
actually
somebody
like
else.
wax her pool cue.
Yeah. She might have to because that's how she pleasures the guys she keeps around. I don't know. Maybe. We give her as much shit as she gives us. Put it that way.
I made her look crazy at work the other morning. She was laughing. She
that
was
was
laughing
fun.
listening to my live while she was driving the forklift alone, and somebody was looking at her.
You made her have so much fun while she was driving the forklift. She messaged me about it.
Oh,
yeah. Dude, I was like, well, don't crash the forklift while you're fingering yourself to fucking Brian's podcast. Look on his face. It's like a screenshot for the clip I'm going to make of what he says. This shit up a fucking fountain.
Oh, fart on a dick.
Not mine.
I gotta look into this fart business.
Oh, shit. Apparently that's a thing. Like, can we do that? Can we make money? Like, I'll start eating carbs.
So,
I would eat more carbs.
when Corey and I first met, so this is like 15 years ago, we first met and we were doing all these weird diets. She was kind of on Weight Watchers and had been real successful with it. But she had learned how to game the system. And for eating a bunch of fiber, you got points back in their fucking point system. So she'd buy these Fiber One like chocolate bar things, granola chocolate bars. Yeah, well, so I'm staying home working. I was trying to start my own business. I was laid off, and so I was at home all the time. And I have like this sweet craving thing that's crazy. Like I'll sit down and eat a box of cookies, like the whole fucking box. So I was looking through the cupboard and I found these fucking Fiber One granola bar things. And so I ate one. I was like, this is pretty good. So I ate like 5 of them.
They probably have like fucking fiber in them from like Jerusalem artichokes, which are known as artichokes.
Dude, I was like, I was farting so much, and then I couldn't like just let it go because I also had like the fucking liquid shit in some of them. So you're like, it's all gas. It's all gas. It's all gas. It's like, oh shit, just fucking shit my pants.
But just enough to fuck your shit up. Not enough to like ruin your day, but enough to fuck up your shit. The rest of the day, so you walk around with like a fucking like $50 brown stain on your ass the whole day.
Okay, I want you to know that my 2 brothers, when they were like 16 and 17, played Fiber One Bar Roulette, where my mom would buy the giant box of Fiber One Bars.
Oh my God! She's here! You're right! She pulled through. I'm sorry, it's all dark.
I got my vodka.
Oh my God!
I got water.
Sorry, Jack. You don't mean to fucking this. We've been trying for this shit for like fucking 20 episodes.
Yay!
So what is this? What is this Fiber One roulette though? I gotta hear this story.
No. Is it a challenge? A new thing?
Yeah, I kind of, but it's like 10 years ago, but my mom would buy the Sam's Club or the Costco box of the Fiber One bars, and they would each eat a bar, and the first one to shit their pants loses. You know, they would just keep eating. What's that?
I love this challenge. Like, come on. The first one to shit their pants, you had me. All right, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's laxatives in my office's future.
We will find a way to win this.
Oh, when do you go to work, Rachel?
Huh?
When do you go to work? Don't you do
I have to
overnight?
I have to be at work at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Why?
Oh, I thought you did overnights.
No.
Did you do overnights for a while?
She's got like 10 hours, so she has to be there.
I've been on day shift for like the last 10 years, buddy.
That's how old you are.
You got that lucky? You got on day shift for 10 years?
Yeah, I've
Who's
kind of
working
worked there.
nights?
Well, as of next month, it'll be 20 years I've worked there.
Jesus Christ.
No.
I feel like a child.
I must be confused. I get confused a lot.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Happens.
Well,
It
it's
happens.
way of life sometimes. It helps.
Yeah.
Jackie, I am so sorry that you got stuck with these two fucktards for this long.
I'm fluent in fucktard.
Wow. Jackie's one of us.
She's
She's
like,
more one of us
"I'm
than
on
one
a
of you.
Oh, shit.
I come from a
Oh.
long line of fucktards. That's my comfort zone. Reminds me of home.
That's what I've worked in for the last 20 years. So, you know.
Right. That's why you like us so
That's why
much.
you hang out. That's why you show
Well,
up.
I've
in the
been
morning.
in factory maintenance and maintenance for going on about that long too. So
By the way,
That's why
Brian,
you-
I always go on Josh's thing, and I like the whenever the UTG goes for his. I like on his. I like on the Maiden website. You don't have it on yours. Otherwise, I would
No.
actually like it on your crap too.
no, I don't put it on mine because I don't want to fuck with
scared.
Corey shit and the dog shit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no. With the crappy
You never know what Brian's gonna do on this screen, and
Fair enough.
so I just kind of keep it. Like if I do it and it's me, I don't want to have to be mad at somebody because my wife's shit got taken down.
You see how much shit I put up? I'm like, the fact I have like a fucking stoner motherfucker who puts content up all the time. I'm like, you know what? It's better than nothing because that's what I put out.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yours has been
Say
a
it,
little
say
bit
it,
short.
Rachel. Say it. Come on. Agree.
I mean,
Come on.
I guess Corey's stuff is all age restricted too.
Well, it's because it's foot porn.
She's walking down the fucking street.
I know. The goddamn. Apparently, the only people who can watch that shit are people who are like into it sexually.
Oh, dude, you should see some of the messages I get.
I can only imagine.
You've told us some of the messages you get.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to your sugar mama?
Yeah, she blew away. She wanted to deposit. She wanted my bank account information or something. I don't know.
He wanted you for Corey's feet. Don't lie.
Nah, none of them have been real yet. Oh, actually, I mean, we have sold 2 things on the other site, so
Well, yeah. Can you
we
sell
paid
one?
tens of dollars.
Do you think you can sell one a whole property? Because if so, for the low price of 1/10 of a Bitcoin, I will show up and do a whole concrete sculpture of Corey's feet and leave it there as a selling point.
Wow.
I mean, we'll have to schedule the shit in, but 1/10 of a Bitcoin, it's a pretty good chunk of money, but I feel it's reasonable.
1/10 of a Bitcoin. That happens to be what I just got.
Wow, damn. I don't know. God. But seriously, it's weird what people get into and will pay money for on the internet. Like, it's seriously, like
farts in jars.
It can't
Parts and jars.
Parts and jars. We were talking about that. But
So,
like,
do
seriously,
you think you could charge? Do you think you could charge more money? Do you think it would be more? You would charge more for a larger jar or a smaller jar where it was more concentrated?
How do you concentrate a fart?
I feel like it would
Push
come
harder.
down. Well, I think.
How do you concentrate a fart? I missed your answer.
Push harder.
Push harder.
Push harder.
I think it
Do
might
you know?
to
I
what
looked up.
standard do we concentrate it to? Like, do we have like a PSA measurement? Like, Pounds per square
Well,
inch? Like,
I
what
want
do
you to know that every fart is unique because I actually Googled this one time, like what
So they're
makes a
artisan
fart
farts.
sound.
Or like artisan farts, like individual.
Yeah, for sure. So a fart sound is determined by
Hold on. All right.
the rate of force that your body is pushing the air, like the speed of the air exiting your body, okay?
Okay.
Times multiplied by the tightness of your sphincter.
I'm loving the
Do
science.
the cheeks have anything to do with it?
None.
If you're thick, does it? I mean, seriously? None?
Does it
Seriously,
amplify?
none.
I would think it'd be like an
Apparently,
amplifier.
well, I suppose like if your cheeks move as a result of the airflow, perhaps.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if you
there
have
you go,
like
yeah.
Granty and bat wings on your arm, but on your cheeks, does it affect things? These are things we need this is market fucking information right here. It's
But
important.
I feel like a child screaming in an auditorium is not louder just because his mother is clapping.
What is her ass clapping?
That's fantastic. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Even a 747 looks small when you're landing in the Grand Canyon.
Oh my god. And rest in peace, Brian. Rest in peace.
That's my favorite old man, fucking Tom Arnold.
Oh my god.
Roseanne accused him of having a little dick, and his reply was, "Well, even a 747 looks small when you're landing it in the Grand Canyon." I love that man.
oh my god.
So really, you could remove the ass cheeks, and it would still be a fart sound.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you ever hear the one about the three guys sitting at the bar, and the first one farts and it goes, and the second one farts and it goes, and the third one farts and it goes, and the two of them look at each other and go, "Virgin."
I don't get it.
Stupid. Oh, he doesn't get it. I just came back and I got it.
I don't get it.
Oh god.
Tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Did you hear the one about? Did you hear about the guy that went to the beach and he was looking for a girlfriend, and he was walking down the beach, and he saw this chick. She was sunbathing, but she had no arms and no legs, and so he wasn't really good with women, and he figured it'd be easy to talk to her since she didn't have arms or legs, so she couldn't get away. And so he goes over and he says, "Hey, I see you're getting a little red there. Do you want me to turn you over so you don't burn?" And she's like, "Oh my god, that would be so great!" And so he flips her over, and he was nervous for a little bit longer. And he says, "Hey, do you mind if I put some lotion on you so you don't get burned anymore?" And she's like, "Oh, that would be great." And he gets a little more nerve up, and he says, "Hey, you want to go for a walk?" And she's like, "Oh, that would be awesome. Could you carry me down the beach and we could walk and talk?" And so he did, and they were strolling down to the beach, and they got to the end towards the pier, and he goes, "Hey, have you ever been fucked?" And she goes, "No, I haven't. I've never found a man that was willing to fuck me because I didn't have any arms or any legs." And so he goes, "Well, do you want to be fucked?" And she's like, "Yes, I do. I think I'm ready." And so he took her up the pier and he threw her in the ocean. He goes, "There, now you're fucked."
I knew it. That's really good.
It's going to be for the break room tomorrow.
I knew that's how that ended. At least I was hoping it would.
That's an oldie but a goodie. I used to have a really good one about a chick in a wheelchair, and leave her hanging in a tree.
I don't get it. How does she get in the tree?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one about eating your vegetables.
Yeah, similar.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted some cunnilingus, so she has to be hung in the tree. And then when you take her home and meet her old man, he wants to shake your hand because you took his handicapped daughter, out on a date, and he could smell it on your face. And he's trying to hand you money, and you're like, no, it's cool, dude. I took your daughter out. I really liked her. And eventually he goes, yeah, most of the guys leave her hanging in the tree. It's it's a joke you tell like it's actually true. So you use shitloads of details and it goes on forever. Like I used to use it when I was bartending, and I would tell it to a couple of different people across the bar at the same time and go back and forth and tell a little bit, then go serve some drinks and come back and like continue the story and get people all involved. And then at the end, when you're like, yeah, like, oh, I met her at this bar, and then we set up a date. I didn't know she was in a wheelchair. I went to pick her up. I drove like 2 hours. She came out in a wheelchair, and you're like, oh, but I'll still take her on a date. And like, you really get them fucking eating the story and then just blast them at the end. And people are like, are you fucking kidding me?
Nice.
I spread it out over an hour and a half once. That was my record. The story behind the bar took an hour and a half, and then I dropped that fucking punchline on them, and they were like, fucking asshole.
I've never been put in a tree to have coitus or cunnilingus or whatever.
But you're not in a wheelchair.
So does she just hang from a branch?
Yeah. Because she's got really strong arms because she uses a wheelchair.
What if it's a motorized wheelchair?
It was like, I'm telling the fucking story. It was one of those racing ones, and she wore gloves.
All right, maybe.
She had pipes bigger than me. She's like, hang me from the tree, I'll do gymnastics.
Do you think her vagina tasted gamey?
I don't know. You know, the weird part is I have a friend that fell off a balcony probably like 10 years ago now, maybe more. She was on a balcony, and you know the vinyl sleeves that you put over fence posts? Some douchebag that was a landlord redid an upstairs deck and used those for the fence posts without the fucking 4x4 in the middle. And so she was drunk, and she leaned back against it and fell off the second-story roof and landed in the yard, and she's paralyzed from the waist down. But she's the type of person, like, we're the type of friends, I could ask her if her puss smells fucking gamey.
Well, no, but does she have huge arms, though? Like, is she, like, super buff?
She's got some pipes, yeah. She does everything with her arms. She can't move, she can't feel from her waist down, so... She's got to haul herself around with her arms, everything she does. So,
dang. Huh.
She dated a guy with a huge dong because she said the only way she could feel it if it was banging off her cervix.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the types of stuff she'd share with me. So
that's pretty rad.
If she has a gamey poon. I actually called her Gina for a long time. So.
I like it.
Yo, Gina, your poon all gamey. She'd be like, what? Like inquiring minds want to know.
No, I don't want to know. I was just curious.
Yo, fuckers! I made it back.
Hey, you missed
is that correct?
You missed a chat about gamey poon and
Hold on, my
wheelchair
fucking
girls.
internet's fucking slow. Just a second.
I remember when I was in high school, the one friend of mine, her boyfriend was actually a paraplegic. And anytime they were getting it on, he couldn't feel anything. He was just doing it because it was good for her.
How does that work?
That's so sad.
That's like the wrong person.
I'll hold the vibrator for you, honey.
Okay.
Wow, that's so sad.
Would
she like?
I don't know if I couldn't feel my wiener anymore. I'd have a rough time of it.
I would too if I didn't have a wiener anymore. I mean, I don't have a wiener now, but like
anymore.
I mean, like if I didn't.
He
Yeah.
was fully intact.
Like you
He
used to?
just lost use in a motorcycle accident. You know,
Wait, you
he
used to?
lost use of everything below that in a motorcycle accident.
And he couldn't feel? That's
No.
so sad.
Yeah, that's what she told us the one day at school. Yeah, this is in
Maybe
high
he just
school.
told her that because she was really bad in bed.
Oh, that
And he
could-
like disassociated.
Dropped out.
there
at
was
really
a girl in my
creepy
high school
time.
that pinched a guy in the balls, and like he can't have kids ever again. It was like this fucking prank. She like went up and squeezed his balls, and now he can't have kids for the rest of his life. He sued the fucking piss out of her.
How do you pinch your balls and not have kids anymore?
She
Let me know.
squeezed his
Like,
she
that
squeezed
sounds-
his balls so hard she ruptured some shit in him, and he can't produce enough semen to have kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was like in 10th grade. Like, dude, you're never gonna
Aw.
have kids. Like, I mean, that would probably been a blessing for me, but
I was gonna say, I was
no,
like,
I can't.
dude,
say
like,
that.
how
My
much you pay
kid's
for that
great,
shit?
but it kind of put my life on a strange detour. It was a whoopsie thing.
But can't they like extract like sperm from your balls and insert it into a tube somewhere else?
Yeah, but what if it's not being produced?
What's not being produced?
Oh.
Sperm.
Well, it's being
What he's
produced.
saying is if the girl ruptured his testicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still being produced. It's just
Well,
not
like
housed
if
in
they,
a
like broke
bag.
the gland that produces
I
it.
also went to a kid high school with a kid that had a DuPont nut too.
The fuck is a DuPont nut?
He was born with one testicle, so they made a one out of fucking plastic and put it in there, so he had a symmetrical fucking scrotum.
My neighbors did that with their dogs.
So it was like, wow, like their job. So it was like that guy in God, what movie was that? They called him the Music Man. He walked along and he had like two nuts that clinked together everywhere he went.
No, this dude was a rapper. Well, he thought he was.
Well, he thought he was, yeah. So he was a crapper. Okay, gotcha.
He had a hair lip,
Oh, nice.
and he was a rapper.
Yeah. All right,
What,
Eminem.
was
And
it
he had one
Joaquin
ball.
Phoenix?
And he had one ball.
So they didn't call him 2 Chains for sure. Yeah.
I can't even tell you.
Oh shit.
Too horrible.
Oh shit. Huevo uno.
I gotta go.
I gotta go too. I gotta make
Yeah,
dinner
it's
for
gonna be
people.
about that time.
I still gotta set up my
You always
show
gotta
for
go.
tomorrow. I have no idea what I gotta talk about.
Hey, you're gonna
Talk
talk
about-
about whatever the fuck you want to, and don't fucking worry about it so goddamn much.
I'm gonna talk
There's
about
nothing wrong
farting
with
in
me.
jars and doing drywall.
Do it.
Perfect.
Do
That's
it,
what I
do
was
it,
gonna
do it.
say.
You can't
Fine,
change
you can-
the shit that's
You
going
can always
on.
talk about whatever you were crying out about before I got here.
I was crying about all sorts of
Farting in
shit.
jars. Farting in jars. That's what
We were
we
talking
talked
about
about.
farting in jars.
That's important stuff. That's like really important.
That's
think
just
it's a
easy
good
to
business
get here,
model,
okay? I mean, this is some heavy duty shit right going on. Just saying.
Well, Scramblin' always wants it to be a content creator think tank, and we just funk tank about farting in
I
jars.
mean, we
So
tank and we tank. We tank a lot.
we talked about paraplegics with gamey poon and big arms, and
Yep. Sure. We strategize sometimes in the best ways to kill small creatures, but that's about as deep as we get. That's
yeah.
it. That's as far as we
Did
go.
I tell you guys
Fiber
about the cervical dislocation conversation I had with one of my friends?
Mhm.
Like your cervix or like the cervical dislocation?
Ooh, good question.
Cervix
She
is
thought
the
cervix.
spine.
She thought you dislocated
So
your
the
cervix?
lower-
That's a trick.
Okay, so I actually had this conversation with Josh.
I
They
dislocated
were
my
talking
cervix.
about using like a choke chain
Unlike
to
rabbit.
be able to break the neck of a
Yes.
rabbit.
Not like cervix, but cervical. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use a hopper popper.
Yeah, I'm not
Popper,
paying like
popper.
90
Yeah,
bucks for
well-
one of those. Fuck
I
that.
built one.
Fuck it, I haven't got the time for that shit. I got a choke chain from over at Tractor Supply. I will hook it up to a tree.
The McChopper.
I said I needed it. I said I needed it to use for cervical dislocation. And she gave me the most horrified fucking look. And she's like, what in the hell are you talking about? Like, do you even know what cervical dislocation is?
He had a 16-incher.
She's like, okay, maybe,
she thought
maybe you need to explain yourself to me. So I explained it to her. That's breaking neck. She's like, oh my God.
She wanted to explain her. Wow. Explain my cervical dislocation. With the chain.
I think she was thinking of her, like her vagina. Like she broke her vagina.
That is exactly what she was thinking. And I have no idea what in the hell. See, this is the reason why I say I need smarter friends.
Serious. Relatable.
I am
just saying.
But I mean, smarter is fine, but smarter or I mean, you're talking about putting a chain around your cervix.
This is the same lady that thought you could disinfect stuff with Febreze.
Huh, I wish my fat aunt would be so clean.
You sprayed her with Febreze?
Yeah, she sprays herself with Febreze.
What?
She uses Febreze like a fucking body odor.
She uses it like Axe body spray, yeah.
Which flavor?
Oh, that's great. That's
I don't know.
Original?
Just a regular flavor.
What flavor? We don't all eat Febreze. What flavor?
I think Jackie got me beat on that one.
Everybody's got a fat aunt, don't they?
Flavor.
I don't think I had a fat aunt.
You can say what flavor when like Febreze comes with like a ham and cheddar fucking scent. Then you can say what flavor. Otherwise it's like fucking I don't know, like Puerto Rican wind or some bullshit.
Yeah, but if it's strawberry, is it okay as a flavor?
Strawberry.
Gross.
Oh fuck, strawberry.
My fat aunt's pretty gross. I don't really think about that
anybody
anymore.
is spraying their fucking coochie.
Does
with
anybody
fucking
clean her
strawberry
fat
Febreze
bulbs?
and have it taste like strawberries?
We used to have a lady that we walked, like when we would walk home from school when we were in elementary school, that she used to sit on her porch, and she must have been like, knowing what I know now, I'm guessing she was probably like $4 bills easy, and she would sit on this lawn chair on her front yard, and we always would. Everybody, the legend was she would sit on cats and kill them, and then if you stopped on her yard, she would be able to chase you and catch you, and then she'd sit on you and kill you. So everybody would get to the edge of her yard and then run down the sidewalk to the next property line. And I can only imagine this lady sitting on her porch going, why are all these kids running past my house?
Because the thing kittens to death.
Kids are weird.
Brian, can I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Is Corey really cold, or does she not like being on camera? Because she had her hoodie up and like all tightened up around her face.
Oh, we had the air on because we left, and we've had people coming to the house and some weird shit, so we didn't want the dogs freaking out, so we put the air on.
Don't bullshit her. She's scared of Rachel seeing her because she's like weirded out. Like Rachel's gonna have to think for her. It's like a foot thing. She's gonna look at her. She's gonna get all kinky and weird. It's nothing about being cold. It's okay. See, there you go. Now,
see, there he is with the feet again.
You're enabling your weirdness right there. Just, I mean, I'm not going to condone whatever.
No, the air was blowing on me. I'm like rock hard. I could cut glass.
God damn.
I work in 0 degrees for 9 hours a day. Bring it on, bitch.
Yeah, these fucking dogs.
I don't know what you just said, but I think we have a challenge.
I work in negative 30 in the winter outside all day too.
There's a
I wouldn't be good enough to be in negative 30.
God damn.
I'm not. I'm leaving. No more.
All right, y'all. You two put your dicks away.
It's too small to get out because it's too cold.
I mean, is it
You
metric?
ever try to get 2 inches of dick through 3 inches of pants? Doesn't
That's
fucking
why
work very well.
it was invented. Ask him. That's why the metric system was invented, because an inch is way too big.
It's fucking. It's a grower, not a shower.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. There you go. You had the question of the day for the Lots Project this morning. In the morning, how many inches? And if not inches, how many millimeters? Because metric is the thing.
Are you in Canada?
No, I am not. I'm in
Did
the
you know that
United
this is 8
States of
inches?
not metric.
This is 8 inches, right?
No, that's like
If you're
9.5. Don't fucking give them that idea. That's like 9.5. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. Fuck.
If you can meet a woman and convince her this is 8 inches, you got
There
your
you go.
battle.
There
Have
you go.
fun.
There you go. 8 international inches. That's what matters.
It's international.
Everything is bigger in Texas and even bigger in America. So that is 8 international. Here, that's like 18. You used to it, baby.
I gotta
All right.
go.
I gotta go.
All right. I gotta get my ass home, get some bacon fried up, and get some sleep. So
Have a good
Night,
night.
Jackie.
Thanks for coming on,
Good
Rachel.
night.
It's been a pleasure.
thanks for showing up,
Nice to meet you
Rachel.
guys.
All right, lady, y'all.
I will make sure that I send both of you a middle finger.
Do it. Do it.